smiling. Look at this. Look at
They're lying. They're fucking lying.
They're wild lying.
No, they not.
Bro, they hate me. I don't know what. Bro,
Homie
I
in the
really
yellow
don't know.
is dead wrong.
That's all they said. Yo, dude in yellow.
Like,
dude in yellow.
Dude in yellow was crazy.
They was even mad at me for wearing a Lil Kim shirt.
Oh yeah. That's the only hate you. Look at the hate you get, bro. Like the hate you get is really love. Like I get real hate, bro.
Yo, nah, come on, you my God. I don't want to play with you like that, man.
Like we all got roles, right? And I'm starting to feel like I'm being typecasted on this podcast.
You don't do it to yourself?
No, I know. I think you lean into it, though.
I don't think I do it purposely.
Sure?
I thought I was speaking for the people when I said nobody want to hear them old niggas.
Who's the people?
I thought I was speaking for the people when I said that.
Last time I checked, I was a person. I was trying to tell you something.
No, not you. The people.
Oh.
The people. That. Like,
No, but
listen.
SaVon is speaking for people who have the same opinion as him. So,
But see, I'm not gonna lie to a lot of the people's opinion was like, all right, cool. You went back to one of the first hip hop songs ever.
But that was my point.
Huh?
That was my whole point, is that it hasn't translated.
That's not true, because then you could go to an era
Here we go
like
again.
LL.
Yeah, we don't got to get into it again.
We don't got to.
I just wanted to
'cause it was
address
cracking you.
these
Yeah.
old niggas
Yeah.
in my comments, in my DMs. They have challenged my manhood.
Yeah, they was.
Okay. They have flamed my beard.
I'll just always.
They have questioned my sexuality.
No.
What the hell?
There has been dissertations in my inbox.
No.
All because of KRS-One and a hip hop.
No, that's the Sugar Hill Gang.
The won't stop the bang bang.
So you doing it again.
But
So
that's
you don't
why
learn.
in my DMs.
See, that's the problem. So Reggie, he don't be learning.
So for the people confused, just check out our Instagram reel. It has like 62,000 right now about hip hop. Just old versus new. Just check it out.
Yeah.
They're flaming SaVon on the
They're
comments.
flaming. But
I love it.
You know what it is? It's not just that. Then you go to YouTube, you check those comments, and then over there too, like, am I that unlikable?
Nah, it's
I
not
don't
that.
think you're unlikable.
Yeah.
I think it's just like people feel comfortable to like come at you all the time on the internet, and I don't know. It's just been that way for years, and they just
It's
do
a
it.
weird
They just
energy.
continue to do it.
I
Like,
mean, you did say that on hip hop's 50th birthday.
But it's true.
I think it's a bit of both. I
not
think
true.
the commenters feel very comfortable making fun of SaVon because they're just used to it. But also SaVon, you be having some of the craziest takes, like, and you just say it. Like
He go
you
right
just-
off that ledge. He just.
But you gotta understand too, like, the only people that was commenting me were niggas I never want to chill with, be around, hang out with. Like, that's the other thing y'all gotta realize. Like, there's no baddies in my shit going, yo, save hip hop. They want to hear what I want to hear.
Now was a few baddies that
But I'll
look
say,
like they
like,
bumped DMX.
listeners of the pod, they don't have to be our friends or they don't have to be just baddies we would hang out with.
Nah,
We
they
just
do,
reached,
though.
like, a whole different, demographic.
I don't really like reaching them old heads. I ain't
Nah,
gonna
but
lie.
we.
But they're going to run up the
But we
streets,
opened
though.
up a pretty. Yeah, that's a good point, Reggie. We opened up like a greater conversation, though. That's what we do over here, man. You gotta take some of them licks that come with it, man. You
I just
want
wanna
to
I just want to be on a receiving,
coming.
like the winning side of one argument on the internet. Like, that's all I ask for. Before, like, this year ends, I just want to be on the winning side.
Has there ever been a debate between you and Alex where overwhelmingly people agreed with SaVon?
And I be killing this nigga every week.
No, you don't.
I be killing him. I be feeling like it, bro.
According to who? Like,
Bro, chill.
I ain't gonna front. Pick a topic there to crack my muffin with, man.
Nah,
goodness
bro. Like,
gracious.
I really. Last week, I'm not gonna lie to you. I left and I felt really good about that debate. I was so
yo,
surprised.
probably on the drive home, SaVon's like, you fucking told him.
Yeah,
I
I
did that shit.
I know you did. Here's another thing you did. You were back outside this weekend.
Who?
Who?
Oh.
Reggie, stop talking. Mute up. Mute up on that mic right there. And Mr.
Oh, wait, he was,
Antisocial
though.
Club. Yeah, sit back. Reggie, what did he say about 2 episodes ago? I'll stay quiet now and let you render
He
it.
said, I'll never leave my house ever again after our mixer because I'm a new, changed, wholesome man.
And I was supposed to find love with that hour mixer, and I did not. So I went outside. Duh.
So everything just isn't true.
Oh, okay.
Duh.
That's that Capricorn shit. Remember what Ish said when he was here, right?
What'd he say?
Y'all
And
just
then
be
now,
ex-
this weekend,
Yeah.
SaVon was outside.
But you gotta be outside for Labor Day. Like, you thought I was like
See,
lame.
we knew
that?
this would
See that?
happen.
It was
We knew
Labor
it.
Day,
We
though.
He
but
was
that was
gonna make
it.
excuses.
We knew it.
Bro,
But
give
I'm
me
on your side. I
You
want
love
you to keep going
outside.
out.
It's okay.
Give me a
You
little bit of
love
credit.
booty.
Give me a little bit of credit.
Say you
No,
love
booty
it.
love me. Give me a little bit of credit. Since the mixer, y'all haven't seen me outside up until Labor Day.
They were 1 or 2 weeks removed.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I actually
That's 2
don't-
weeks.
I actually don't know. He might be right.
That's 2 weeks.
He
I haven't
might
even
be
posted
right.
on my story.
What? What does
I've been
that
MIA.
mean? What does that mean? Do you know how many times I don't post on my story? I'm in the trenchiest of the dirtiest parties.
Do you?
Yeah, bro. I don't really post like that.
Yeah,
no more.
Alex isn't the type to post everywhere he's at.
Yeah, I might post it when I leave though. Now
I
I'm
do
big
that
on
shit.
Yeah, I'm big on that now. Yeah. Like when I leave the spot, I'll be like, throw a little flick up. But yeah, bro, I knew you couldn't last. Don't worry, you my good brother. Maybe next year.
Just embrace it.
I'll be honest. All right, give me credit on this.
outside.
I'm gonna get my motherfucking credit before we leave. I did not smoke hookah this weekend. I was outside and I didn't hit the hookah tip.
Don't laugh, guys. Don't laugh because that is a very big accomplishment for our friend SaVon. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They was flaming me. Yo, some nigga said he looked like he smoked hookah every weekend.
That's what he said.
And he don't even know me.
That made you feel
You just
bad.
got that look.
Being cast type.
I ain't gonna lie to they got a hookah test.
What you mean?
They got a crack test, right?
Like a COVID test?
Like a drug test.
I need a hookah test. Yeah.
They probably do. It's
See
like
if a little
tobacco.
tobacco.
Your girl, you ever had a girl or an ex say they wanted to like weigh your balls after you went out with your guys?
And that would just be you, SaVon.
No, for real.
But please elaborate on it, because
You never had that?
Never. You know, I don't like ball talk.
Well, you said
Ball touch.
That's cap.
Well, he's ball till we fall.
As you've gotten older,
That was good.
that was great.
That was good.
That was
Thank you,
fucking
guys.
great.
Damn, she getting
I
fast.
feel appreciated.
She
Thank you.
is. Yeah, she been hanging around you.
I know. Look at that.
Reggie, you never wanted to like. Well, no, you're in a
No,
happy and healthy
no. Let me
relationship,
just
so I'm sure.
answer
No,
you right there.
No, I'll answer it for you. I said, oh wait, who am I talking to? So let me go back to Alex. Yo, Alex, you never been with a girl and like y'all wasn't in the best place, and so you go out with your guys, you're having a real good time, enjoying yourself. You probably didn't post on the story because you're like, you know what, my girl gonna feel away. I don't want her to know I'm having fun. They never want us to have fun. And then you get back to the crib, and the first thing she do out is she pull a weed scale out and tell you to drop your nuts on it.
Did you have that experience, my good brother?
I feel like this
Not
has
talk.
to have happened to SaVon because why else would he even just bring this up?
Because I want to
Like,
know how it
who
went.
comes up with this
like,
shit?
I want to know how it went down. Like, did she weigh it by pounds? Like, what did it like?
Wait, but it's
kilometers?
hard to weigh just your balls though. Like isolate them.
You just gotta
And then
lift
just-
it like a. You just gotta hold the shit up and then drop.
Nah, SaVon, it's never happened to me. I have boundaries.
Oh, you got respect for yourself.
Yeah, I thought you was there, but then you went back outside this
It's
weekend.
getting uncomfy. in
You know
here.
I ain't been to the therapist in about 3-4 months.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what's crazy?
You could tell.
I'm ahead of you right now.
You in therapy?
I just did a mental health podcast last weekend.
Oh, yeah, he told me about
did.
this.
I did. Shout out to
More
Mo.
like
It's
10
dropping
minutes ago.
soon.
Yo, you're cheating on us?
Yeah. I mean, yo, don't
That's probably
do
gonna be
not.
a great episode.
Yo, it was alright. Can't wait for y'all to check it out. I'll promo when.
But what'd you talk about? You don't believe in mental health.
Don't do that.
Yo, you gonna
Oh
start
my
narratives
God.
on here? You gonna start narratives on the mic?
Bro, they be listening to us every week.
That's not true. And they hear
He
where I'm
just
coming
doesn't.
from.
Is not the biggest person that goes to therapy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to word it like.
Yo, help your man out. Like
I wanted to say he doesn't
Yo,
believe
you part
in
of the problem on the
she
internet. You
not.
always trying to save this
No, she
nigga, bro.
not. No,
Chill.
she not. I don't need no helping.
I was gonna say Alex doesn't believe in therapy, but that is not true. He
That's not
does
true.
believe in therapy, but just not for himself.
Yes, and the person who interviewed me is a licensed therapist.
Oh shit!
Oh, for real?
It was fire. I loved it.
I can't wait to listen to this because she
Yeah.
probably like challenged you on like why.
Yeah, she kind of pushed on some things.
When is that dropping?
It's probably about 2 weeks. You feel me?
weeks?
Yeah, when it dropped, that means you got to go back to your sessions.
No. I ghosted my therapist. Oh, she
You
might.
did.
No, she ghosted me low key.
What?
See, this is a lot
that
of
illegal?
what.
I think she might have ghosted me.
You
I
lying.
think she thought I was healed. And then as soon as she left my life, my shit went to shit.
No, don't you have to set up the appointments?
Yeah, but
Right, like she's not waiting on you,
SaVon,
nigga. Like,
take some.
But if I
accountability.
cancel 1 or 2 or 3 appointments, you
on,
don't
son.
just not hit me back to follow up for
my
the 4th.
God.
come on, son. Nah, bro.
You can't do
But
that.
I will say though,
you have
this
to set
is
them up.
this is a lot of what we spoke about when I did the podcast.
Nah, that's a fact.
We spoke about the relationship between the person that is taking the therapy and the person providing it. So yeah, maybe you might learn from it and go back.
I hope so. I hope to learn a few things. Why- yo,
You've been
don't be
running
laughing at me learning.
amok. Nah, you've been running amok.
But I'm telling you, I'm changing my life. I'm so serious. I think instead of therapy, I'm gonna go to church.
You sure?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
do
replace.
both.
Yeah,
that's-
I ain't gonna.
that's too much
now,
healing.
Now I'm really doubling
That's
up on you.
way
You ready?
too much healing.
Now I'm really about to double
That's
up on
way
him,
too
Reg.
much healing. I feel like you were.
Wild healing.
Weren't you like a big church family?
Yo,
Yeah.
his grandfather's a yo.
Yeah.
Listen, don't let him say anything. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm living your life right now.
What happened?
I went to the therapy podcast on a Sunday after church.
Oh, Alex.
I'm dead ass.
Yo, you healing
Such
too
a
good.
wholesome
That's
Sunday.
why the internet fuck with you.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
why
you.
you win every argument in the people's eyes, in
Pretty
their
much.
eyes.
In their eyes, right?
Because
Pretty
you
much.
radiating like growth and shit. And I'm
Balance.
not.
Yes.
Yeah. Nah. You.
I'm gonna change my
I got
life.
faith in you.
But
for
then
it.
I will say though, once SaVon gets like fully just, never says the hot takes, he's fully healed, this podcast is gonna be boring as shit.
Yeah, shit gonna be whack.
I'm gonna be boring. Like I'm dead ass never.
Actually,
gonna, like,
never hit your Charlemagne
I'm a-
face. Never hit your Charlemagne face. Shout out to Charlemagne, man. That's my guy.
Shout out to Charlamagne, and also shout out to our guys, all right?
Yeah.
It is that time of year, as y'all all know, last week or maybe the week before, I can't remember, I'm in so many fantasy drafts. I drafted on air.
Wait, you could do like a lot of them?
Oh yeah, I do them all.
Absolutely.
Wait, I thought you just have your one special team.
It's different leagues.
You got a lot of special teams, right?
Yeah.
That was just my first special team, but there's a ton of special teams that you can create on the Fantasy Underdog app, okay? Underdog Fantasy. The football season kicks off this week, and there's no better way to get into action than with Underdog Fantasy and their Pick'em game.
So let me tell you, man, listen, we just need you to pick between 2 to 5 players, all right? Select whether they'll go higher or lower on one of their stats, then do what you usually do. Spend kickoff night watching the game, all right? You can win up to 20 times your money in a single game by going 5 for 5. All right. It's a fantasy game now, don't forget. But you can win real money, which is important, right? It's legal in over 30 states. We are not getting you trapped up in nothing. And it's a ton of fun. So, yeah, you know what I got to do.
Honestly, that point of it being legal in 30 states is extremely important. There are so many of my friends who don't live in New York who try to send me money. Just leave me alone. Yeah. All right?
He already has enough on his plate.
Facts. Please, I don't need that. Again, like Alex said, it's available in 30 states. And if you want to build your dream team today, head over to the Underdog Fantasy app. It's an easy-to-use mobile app. Or the website, just go to underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with the promo code NEEDTOKNOW, that is very, very important. Make sure y'all use that code NEEDTOKNOW, and not only will Underdog double your first deposit. So what they mean, right? If you got $50, they will match it, they will double it, so you can have more fun to play with on the app. So yes, they'll double your deposit up to $100, but they also have a Pick'em special live now in their Pick'em lobby. So Patrick Mahomes, right? Y'all know, best quarterback in the league. All he has to do is get 1 yard for you to get this pick'em correct.
Now, how hard could that be?
Damn. Yeah, this sounds all pretty promising. And me, you know, I didn't understand none of that shit, but I understood this. It seemed pretty risk-free, you know, just sign up. Yeah. Remember, that's Underdog Fantasy, guys. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with promo code NEEDTOKNOW. Use the link in our description, and you're going to be all set. You take advantage of this amazing deal, guys.
That's a fact. Yeah. Y'all came out to the mixer. Y'all trusted us that night. We had open bar. Like, we're going to get to our voicemails. One of this guy, he trusted me, and he got really, really lucky.
Oh, yes.
So my words are powerful in some capacity. So please, why wouldn't you listen when I tell you to go over to Underdog Fantasy? And again, that is Need to Know. Just look at the artwork. It's very simple. It is not the number 2. It is spelled out. Need to Know. Go get your money. Let's have fun this football season.
That's a fact. I'm very excited, man.
Yeah, sounds fun.
I'm football season here, basketball season here. There's a lot of sports to get into, so let's rock, man.
Let's I don't even think I want to talk about them old niggas no more, bro. I ain't gonna
stop disrespecting my OGs.
No, not the old rappers.
Oh, all right.
And that's the other. Do you want to know what really pissed me off about that clip? And then we could talk about another old nigga Diddy. You know what really pissed me off about that clip, bro?
What happened?
At the end of the clip, I clearly say,
I respect it.
I respect it.
Nah, SaVon, you can't shit on niggas and say I respect you.
I didn't shit on anything.
Okay, all jokes aside, he wasn't shitting on it. He just said he's not listening to it.
Thank you. I didn't shit on it, bro.
I'm got to big up for the old niggas. He was mocking it a little bit, y'all.
Okay, yes,
Come
he was.
on now.
You don't have to do it like that.
You was
I did.
You looked in my eye and said, I'm not doing it.
I never saw you scared before.
I know, right?
I ain't never looked you in your eyes saw fear.
It, right?
I ain't never seen fear. That's
I barely
crazy.
feel that for real.
That's crazy. But I really didn't even
people don't listen to that. People don't listen to that, man. People were mad at me because I was wearing a Lil' Kim shirt. Listen, I've realized once people become triggered by anything, that's what's gonna stick. Fuck all reason, fuck all respect. But I ain't gonna lie, dog. If that was one of my favorite artists and I saw just your energy when it started to play on the clip, I probably would have not gave a fuck about you. I respect it.
Nah, they called me gay because I was wearing yellow. Like, that's why I doubled down.
Now you wearing pink. You trying to play in this shit?
That's why I did that.
He's leaning into it like we said.
We need more demographics. That's what they keep telling me.
Yes. Living your truth.
But you want to know what it is, though, too, with people, like, I realized, I came to like this epiphany the other day, right? Because y'all know I really don't read comments anyway.
Okay.
But this made me further the point why I really won't.
Okay.
We already have our own platform here. Social media is all these people's platforms.
Yeah.
Respectfully, like they, conventional work, right? Like 9-to-5 type situations like we have over here, right? But they don't have the platform we have where we're going up every week talking about what we talk about. So,
and then they let off their opinions using like our clip. Yeah.
Exactly, on their social media handle. So that kind of gave me some solstice to it with that.
You know how I knew I needed to go back to therapy?
You say this every week.
No.
Reggie, I'm glad you're going to have to start marketing now.
I knew.
Track.
Compilation.
So I was going through these comments that were killing me, frying me, tearing me up.
SaVon reads comments. That's the thing.
I absolutely.
Oh my God,
absolutely
SaVon, stop reading comments.
Y'all told me not to respond. I don't respond. Give me my credit, please.
I'll give you
Guys,
that.
SaVon loves responding to comments.
That's growth.
It's so funny.
I really do.
That's growth.
But there was this one comment.
I'm sorry. He hasn't done this in like weeks. I'm very, very proud of him. But like, it'll be like 1 a.m. and we're all signed into the Need to Know, Instagram.
Everything.
So I get notifications. It'll be like 1 a.m. I'm, peacefully about to fall asleep, and then out of nowhere, I see SaVon coming back. Yo, suck my dick.
Like, what's going on? Then I go,
and then we go in the group chat. We're like, SaVon, you promised you would stop this.
He'd be like, and then he don't answer back because he'd be like, they mad at me.
But he has not done this in a while. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, sorry.
Y'all told me to chill, so I chilled.
You did.
But I have been internalizing it.
But I'm not gonna lie, internalizing it while it's affecting your mental health and not going back to therapy is a lot.
Worse.
No, that is true. Maybe I gotta seek some help. But I'm gonna tell you what, I got a little bit of relief.
Okay.
And that's a bad word. Let me not say I got relief. There was this one commenter. And production, please, if we gotta cut this, by all means, cut it. Right?
He about to go.
He questioned my mother.
Huh?
I didn't say that.
He questioned how I was raised. I think he questioned my blackness.
Like in the comment section?
In the comments. This is public display. I can't remember. It's so many, you're not going to be able to identify it unless you click on his profile picture.
Okay.
I don't know why I happened to click on this gentleman's profile picture. And in his bio, it said, RIP to about 18 different niggas.
SaVon.
And there was a little part of me
SaVon.
that felt like
SaVon.
God got me.
SaVon.
This is very dark.
RP to all his down homies.
I don't support this guy.
Because he hit me deep, bro. And I was gonna respond to this nigga. And that's just like RIP, and it had 3 lines.
You was like, at least I have my people.
And then he had a dub at
I do see this on Twitter a lot, where like someone will be coming at somebody, and then they'll be like, rest in peace to whoever's in your body.
They be doing that on there. Y'all hell on the internet, man.
I don't do it. I just witness it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I slept a little better that night because I'm like, life could be worse.
This is what I'm talking about, guys.
Really think about life could be worse.
SaVon has the hot take.
Nah, they only really questioned your blackness because I the Tiger, SaVon. Really?
I don't know why I said the whitest song I could think.
Really, nigga?
I think the whitest song, though, is either Sweet Caroline or Cotton Eye Joe. I would not say it's Eye of the Tiger.
I'm ashamed to say I know both of them.
I like both. I like both. But yeah, I just wanted to address some of the comments, man. Honestly, I think I might do a segment each and every week when I get flamed.
Reading comments?
No, I'm not ever gonna read them.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna acknowledge them. I'll acknowledge them. So you can go have fun. Go check out the YouTube comments. I think that Ish episode, I really got flamed up real bad over there.
You did.
That last.
I'm not going. You growing some tough skin though.
Like
y'all don't remember? The bashing started on Reddit for me.
I was never a Reddit guy, so I didn't. Yeah.
Like since when? Like
Reddit was bad.
How long ago we talking? Like 2-3 years?
Reddit is scarier. Yeah.
It really. It started. I've been getting fucked up on the internet for a long time.
You mean like when the guys broke up on Joe's podcast?
That was
That's when they started.
Yeah.
SaVon, you need to talk to somebody about this. I see the pain in your eyes.
I could feel it. That's why that nigga. I saved his page so I could go back when I feel bad about me on the internet. I'm gonna go look at that nigga bio. All 18.
This is some sick shit.
That nigga had me fucked up. R.I.P. This nigga write a paragraph. R.I.P. Big K, Big Dick.
Yo, chill.
All these and they all had nicknames. He ain't put nobody real name.
SaVon, God bless the dead, yo.
Big Yellow. Who the fuck?
Yo, his homie. Don't do that.
He ain't here no more.
Don't do that. He's here in the spirit.
Don't worry, guys. Everybody listening, we will give SaVon a lecture after the mics are off.
We're gonna give him a little we're gonna give him a little licks. We're gonna give him some licks. Don't y'all worry about
gay.
it.
Damn, bro, that hurt.
Nah.
Nigga, fuck the gay. This nigga said I wasn't black.
Eye of the Tiger.
But everybody knows Eye of the Tiger,
But
dog.
people only really associate it with like boxing films. You don't see motherfuckers just bumping Eye of the Tiger.
People associate that song with greatness.
All right, cool. Yeah, about to take it.
Okay, well, maybe.
Am I lying?
I'm listening.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
listening.
Maybe I'm just not used to it because we talked about on the last pod. Like, I don't get like a huge amount of hate comments yet. I don't know when
Don't
that's
ever
gonna
get
happen.
it. I don't want that
But
for you.
okay, I don't know how I would feel if someone's someone denying like SaVon's blackness, like talking about his mom. I understand why like. You're like, okay, why can you say this to me and I can't say anything back?
Word.
So I kind of get it. But me, even though if I do get a hate comment, I just kind of try to let it go. So I haven't talked back yet. But if someone went really crazy on me, I feel like maybe I will be like on my SaVon shit and like try to be like, yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Regi.
Well, if I run in one of the, no, I'm with you on
Like,
that.
you got to defend yourself.
Well, you know, all right, I'll give you this. If someone, because this hasn't happened to me as well, and I've met a ton of supporters and maybe some haters, right? If somebody comes up to you on that same energy in person, all right, man.
Then it's real.
Yeah, then it's real. I haven't received that yet. Every time I see somebody that's in the podverse, a fan of the podverse, not just our podcast, it's always maybe not what they're thinking, but something real sweet and nice. You know what I'm saying?
It's like trolling. Like,
yeah.
okay,
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Okay.
with you. It's, Again, I just got a little bit of satisfaction. Just a little bit. And
Oh, my
now I don't wish
goodness.
nothing bad. And that's the beauty, like, that's the beauty of the internet.
You should make that shit
that's
more
the
clear.
beauty of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I'm not wishing nothing. I just
Oh, yeah,
clicked
we
on
know.
this ugly nigga's page. It's not my fault.
Yeah, fuck outta here.
You know what? I'm going to chill. You got to get better friends.
Oh, man. Speaking of getting better friends, I think Diddy is becoming a better friend amongst his peers from the 90s.
I just knew what you were doing with the transition and I loved it.
You know what we do, right? If you haven't heard, Diddy... People have always liked to talk shit about Diddy, his business dealings, how he's dealt with artists, and most importantly, how he splits things in percentages. Well, Diddy reassigns his Bad Boy publishing rights back to artists and songwriters. Those people include Mase, Faith Evans, the estate of B.I.G., just among a few people who have signed these agreements already. I just find this to be very important news because I've heard verses of Jadakiss trying to throw a fridge at Diddy in them offices when they was trying to, reconcile or meet certain agreements. So
That's why he's top 5 dead or alive.
Kiss, right?
Outside of his skill.
For sure.
That, bro.
For sure. You throw a
Wait,
fridge at a
throwing
nigga?
a fridge?
Yeah. You throw a fridge at
How
a
do you
nigga?
even like lift it up?
You
like,
figure
was
it
it like
out.
a little fridge?
Mini. Probably a mini, John. you know them label offices. They try to be
yeah,
they try to
yeah.
get quaint and cool. If you throw a mini fridge, you automatically in my top 3. Fuck
At a
5.
billionaire.
What? You in my top 3 already?
At your, technically, the head of his label.
No,
That's real shit.
Absolutely at that time, because
You know
that's
how
when the
many fridges
locks
I
was
wanted
under.
to throw at that nigga.
Wait, what you say? Wait, what you?
Nah, let me chill.
What
That's
you
my
say?
man. Nah. We not
Nah,
gonna do that.
nah,
Nah, I
nah.
ain't gonna say that. That's my man's, bro. Shout out to JVP.
Yeah, nah, big time.
man.
Absolutely.
Lucky ain't no fridges around that. I'm joking.
Almost do a sandwich one day.
We're gonna forget to edit this.
Oh, almost doing that. You so
outta here.
crazy. You so crazy, man. Shout out to the
I get Jada. I get him sometimes.
I do get Jada.
I get him sometimes.
Real talk. That's why it was kind of refreshing to see that Diddy's actually making the right move with this. Let me read some of this article real quick. I'm sorry. Bad Boy representative declined. Sources with knowledge of the situation say the process of reaching out to the artists actually began in May of 2021.
Oh, that's a long time
Right?
ago.
Yeah, the very important information, right? After Diddy had turned down various offers to sell the catalog. While most of the parties have been contacted and have signed their offers, the search to locate and resolve agreements with a few others is still ongoing. So it's going on. This isn't a new thing.
Yeah, and I think Mase was calling him out a few years ago, like really like, yo, like I'm really trying to get them back. Like, why aren't you like just calling him out publicly? And then he deleted it, everything. And then Cameron said earlier this month, he basically confirmed, like, yeah, like congrats to Mase for getting his rights back.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like actually happening.
Now that's dope. I think it's always a beautiful thing when people kind of stand on what it is that they say they are, right?
Yeah.
And Diddy has been trying to change his image, his perception, because the one thing that I've heard and it's been far and few between where people say, back then the industry had a standard, right?
Listening.
And so because I'm black, because you're black, and because you're an artist and I'm an executive, you kind of hold me to a different level or a different expectation than what the standard was. if the standard was 360 contracts back then, and I didn't have much information, and that's just what everyone was doing, then that's what I obliged to.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't personal, right? And then Irv Gotti just said on Drink Champs, he's like, yo, Ashanti, Ja Rule, Lloyd, all of these artists, they can perform forever. They can get a bag forever. This is how I make my money. I'm not an artist.
I want to add to
right?
that. I want to add to that, yeah.
I just want to salute Diddy for that because I think he got a bad rep. A lot of folks did get a bad rep. And I'm not saying what's wrong or right because sure, if I'm an artist, it's wrong as fuck.
Yeah.
But if I'm an executive and I'm following the standard protocol, it's like us with podcasting, right? There's a certain metric that people try to pay podcasters as, and they try to claim it to be standard. We don't have to abide by that. It's a choice. Right?
That's
and
true.
we don't generally
we don't.
like, yo, if this doesn't align with how we feel,
Then
we're
we
just
cool.
not gonna go ahead and do that. So like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't back then. So shout out to Diddy for doing that.
Also, like Diddy's rise was just he was doing things that nobody has ever seen. The amount of money that he was dealing with, like he just didn't know. I'm not like giving him a pass. I don't even know the extreme details of it, but it's just like no one has ever seen anything like that. So the choices that he made, like he didn't know. He never had to make those choices before either. So like, if these deals were crazy, like he didn't know at the time. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, man.
And not for nothing. If I'm Diddy in the late '80s, early '90s, and I just know information like how we found out later in life that Michael Jackson owned the music rights. What was it to the Beatles?
To the Beatles, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you are privy to that information, being in the music circuit, you probably don't even see certain things as a problem when you're like, yo, this is one of the great, and I swear I'm not caping for Diddy. I swear, I don't know everybody's business dealings. Like I said, that's why I wanted to read this. This has started since 2021. So what do we even really know for real?
Yeah.
Something I did really want to get on is, I hear a lot of people speaking about this topic. Diddy gave his artist the pub back. He gave the pub back. But I want to break that down a little bit. That's what we like to do here on the Need to Know. Sometimes people in the industry just talking industry standard in terms like how SaVon was just saying. So maybe like people who are not too privy don't know what's going on, right? So I wanted to read this. I'm pulling this from Careers in Music. Owning your publishing clear out just means you own control to all the rights to your music. The terms, the revenue streams that's generated, oh my God, I can't even speak right now. Generated. I'm sorry.
See, the internet gonna get you for once.
Yeah, they're gonna get me. I've been working today. My brain is fried. I'm sorry, y'all.
I feel you.
Revenue streams generated from their music, basically just owning the copyright to it so you can place it certain places and receive what it's supposed to receive back.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
I want to ask y'all something because I don't know which side of the boat I'm on with it. Do you feel like the pie is dry now? Or do you feel like because a lot of his artists that he gave the music back to have timeless music, that it doesn't matter that they just received it back?
I feel like it doesn't matter because it gives them control of what they want to do with their catalog.
Got it.
Right?
I think it's what these artists wanted. And even though it took over like 3 decades, I think it was, and I don't know why it took that long. Again, I don't know the intricacies of it, but like this is what the artist kept asking for and they received it. So
right.
I guess that's what they wanted.
And it's now like, it's an asset that I can pass down and I could do what I want with it, right?
Yeah.
So Mase, Faith, whoever the artist is that he gave their publishing back, they can pass it down to their kids. You know, they can make decisions with their music the way that they see fit, opposed to an entity owning it and moving it the way that they want. So, like somebody like a Mase, I think he just signed a really big deal. Again, shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Make sure y'all go sign up. Need to know. Go get that double deposit.
Go get it right.
But no, seriously, they just signed a massive deal. I don't know the exact numbers, but reportedly a major deal with Underdog Fantasy. Yeah. And so somebody like a Mase, financially, he's good. Like I've heard Cameron tell a story of, and it reminded me of me and you a little bit, Alex, when I first came to you about the pod. He was like, he went to Mase, and I think he had like $250,000, so $250,000, right? Yeah. And he was like, I wanted to go buy a car. This is what Cameron said. I want to go buy a car. I want to go buy some houses. I want to go buy some chains. I want to do some nigga shit with it. I was on some nigga shit. Right. But then I'm like, you know what? Let me try and flip this. Let me reinvest this. So he went to Mase. He said, yo, I want to do a show. I want to do a podcast. I got $250,000 off rip from what they said. Mase said, I'll match your $250,000. right? And so I tell that story to say,
look at them, friendship.
Clearly, Mase isn't hurting for money. If
Yeah.
you're able, you know,
he's not hemorrhaging.
It wasn't all about the money.
It wasn't all
Yeah.
about the money. It's also about the legacy and being able to be in control of the art that I create.
That's the main thing, being in control of the art. Yeah,
I guess
that's a very good point.
that's what I was trying to say like 2 minutes ago. I think like because these artists are still asking for their publishing back, they see the positives of having their publishing back. So that's why they're asking for it.
And not for nothing, man. Then he changed his name to Love. That's hate if you don't get him that. That's hate if you don't give him that shit back.
That is true.
I heard he got an R&B album releasing sometime this September.
Yes, the Love album.
It's the Love album, right?
It's this Friday.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, it's coming out this week?
Wait, no, I think it's September 15th.
September.
Actually.
So that's our industry insider,
next
Reggie.
Week. Yeah,
Hello?
next week.
Oh yeah, September 15th.
Yeah, I wouldn't be listening to the album in a loving mood if I knew you took that big deal that was because he was supposed to take a deal for all of their catalogs, but he decided to give it back. So
yeah.
I would have felt a little off, so that's good to see.
See, now that's when it gets fucked up. Because imagine I'm a nigga like Irv Gotti.
Okay.
I gotta hold your music, my boy.
Wait, why does Irv gotta hold the music though? Why
I hate SaVon so much.
I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
Because he can't do shit else. That's all he got.
Yeah, Diddy has mad stuff that he has.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Like, if I'm Irv,
you know,
like Diddy's also an artist too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what niggas be getting it fucked up. You gotta be more than just.
I can't believe you said it like
though.
that. I gotta hold your music.
But
I gotta
do what I gotta do.
But you know
I'm
what
holding, yo, Alex, if I was
That's a good
Irv and
point.
you was Ja, you that nigga, cause you Ja. But you ain't never getting your music back. Nah, yo,
My fault.
yo, edit that, please.
My
That's
fault.
crazy.
My fault.
That's crazy in the
I threw
hood.
it, Frank. I'm sorry.
You know that.
I'm sorry. You said you gonna take my money.
Yo, we gonna bleep that.
I'm sorry. You
Yo,
bleeped that.
I won't live as a man knowing that's on
Just
tape,
leaving that
my
in
boy.
there.
Like,
I'm sorry. You threw.
Okay.
You was
Kieran
trying to
got
play
us. Kieran got us.
You was trying to play with my money.
but that's imaginary money. You invited me to a real life.
That's how it would go down.
What's up with you, bro?
That's how it would go down.
Like,
you my man.
come on, son.
I'm sorry.
Imagine I said that to you.
I would, if you took my money, I would throw it Frank.
But I didn't take your money.
My fault, hypothetical.
Nigga, we share like mashed assets and shit.
It's a podcast. My fault.
I have no idea what's going on right now, guys.
I'm sorry. My fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Right.
I was wrong.
Thank you.
That's what. That's all men want to
I
hear.
said thank you.
That's
I
all.
said
No,
thank
I
you.
know. That's
That's
all men
it.
want to hear. Like, you know what?
This nigga's crazy, bro. What's up with this? Yo,
But you know
Regi.
what though? You did make a good point though. New money can make you forget about that old money.
Yes,
That's
it can.
That's
It
a
can.
very
It
good.
definitely
When you
can.
got your hands involved with a couple shit, you right.
Yeah,
I don't know what Irv been having his hands involved with.
Yo, you think he gave Day 26 they shit back?
Nah, I think
Oh,
he gave
absolutely
him.
not.
I think he gave him the. Wait,
You think he might have gave a certain member the money?
like he only gave it to two.
The two niggas he liked.
I love Day 26.
Nah, me too. They had
Nah,
that
some
shit.
slaps.
They had some shit.
They had some slaps.
All of a sudden, my feelings, something became so real.
All of a sudden.
See,
There you go. There you
yo,
go.
that's my nigga.
That-
yo, like,
there you go.
yeah, them niggas, they got some slaps. But yo, if I was Day 26, I would have to go get my shit back. Even if I gotta bust it down 6 ways, I need my fraction because you can't give Mase his shit back after he dissed you for years and know my life and where I'm at. Because I don't see them niggas doing much.
Is it worth this, like, having everybody's music and being seen as like this, like, not bad person, but just like this evil entity?
Yes.
If I'm
Just so
Irv
you have
Gotti,
your, like, is it worth it to have everybody hate you just because you have your money?
I think so. I think so because I don't stand for bad business. I want to be very clear.
Not at all.
I'm speaking to people, right? So if I'm an individual, remember I just mentioned like new money can make you forget about that old money, right? If I'm an individual that's solely invested into how I make money this way, and the artist could still eat off other shit, I could see why someone could be like, nah, man, like this is how I eat. I'm not calling it morally
he's never
just.
gonna let it go.
Yeah, I'm not calling it morally just or correct, but I
Yeah.
could definitely see how if
Like,
someone
why he's doing it.
Yeah, if someone only makes money from this because they don't got a lot of motion in other places, I could totally see them going like, you know what?
And no disrespect to Irv, but
Nah, yeah, salute
the
to
point
Irv.
I was trying to make is he's not an artist. He can't perform.
Nah, he did some ad-libs on some Aaliyah joints. I mean, on some Ashanti joints. What you mean?
Not enough.
But that's
to
why he
sustain
held
life.
on to them
enough?
shits.
It's not enough. He get writing credits for that though.
He held on to the watch too. You heard that?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Would you keep a watch 20 years later from your ex? Well, she never claimed him.
How good was it?
Wow.
Wait, he was gifted a watch and he kept it?
From Ashanti. Ashanti gifted him a watch when they were like friends and cool. And he claims they dated. She never confirmed they dated. And he was wearing her watch 25 years later because he liked the watch, the Rolex.
I'll keep it. Fuck it.
You aware too?
What?
Yeah?
It's a little.
Why not?
When you got a new man?
Yeah,
Yeah, he don't gotta know.
Oh, I respect
it's
it.
a nice watch.
He don't gotta know.
That's what Irv thought. I respect it. Like, I get Irv, his motives now. I ain't mad at that.
But see, I ain't gonna lie too. See, Diddy, he had to do that. He had to break the news of giving people they publishing.
He really
back.
didn't, though.
He had to.
He did not.
You forgot why?
Why?
He just gave Earn Your Leisure $1 million on stage. You can't go give some new niggas $1 million on stage.
I think that's what prompted Mase to call him out a few years ago because he was accepting some big award at like the Grammys or something, like a Lifetime Achievement. That type of thing. Diddy was accepting it, and the Mase wrote on like Instagram. He was like, "What about all the artists that help you get to this point, and we're still asking for our money?" So like seeing Diddy like being like flourishing and all this stuff must make the artist feel some type of way.
Yeah, that pocket watch and do something. Ask Boozy and Young Blue in the Trench News. Like. Long story short,
what happened with that?
Boozy signed Young Blue a very long time ago.
I remember that.
Like, right? He was very vocal on him. He was big on him to start. Long story short, Empire came in to do some more business. And somewhere along the way, Boozy felt like he was entitled to a certain amount. Young Blue's whole thing was, listen, man, you signed me on a production deal. Meaning like your name was supposed to get me something bigger. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's usually what people do with production deals, right? Great example. Fabio and Mase.
Okay.
All right. Mase and Fabio split $750,000 straight down the middle when Mase was able to bring Fabio, I think it was at Columbia.
Okay.
I'll check that after. When he was able to be the face and representative, like, you know what? I'm coming through the front door, help you get a deal, blase, blase. Long story short, though, Boozy just saw Young Blue post $1 million on the gram. And now he started talking again. So back to the Diddy thing, like you can't just be giving out $1 million checks to dudes that look like they getting it too and not like try and give some shit back.
Got it.
That's why it was good to hear this started in 2021.
I ain't gonna lie, like if Diddy would have gave anybody else $1 million, I probably would have felt the way. But since he poured it into the podcast community, like I want to make sure we highlight that. Like that's a true leader in the black community. I support that message. I hope other black entrepreneurs, other black billionaires follow suit. They're a podcast who could use $1 million. Y'all remember that nigga Donald Trump? He needed a small loan of $1 million.
Changed his life.
I respect it. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Hove. Who the other black nigga that's a billionaire?
Nah, it's
the black nigga that's on TV.
Which one? Tyler Perry.
Steve Harvey.
He might be. He might be approaching it.
He was at the
He approaching it. Just shout out all these black billionaires who want to give podcasters money.
Because we are here.
We would use it well.
We are. Yes.
You know I'm very into manifesting.
Yes. Absolutely.
But that's dope. I like to hear Diddy in the good light, man. Yeah, Diddy been getting slandered.
He getting slammed for a minute.
You know what they be saying about him?
What's up?
I ain't gonna say what they be saying.
Nah, what you be saying? They be trying to...
I don't be saying that.
They be trying to backdoor him?
They be trying to backdoor him, bro.
What happened? They be trying to backdoor him, right? They be trying to talk crazy behind his back.
About the backdoor and shit. That
shit
is crazy. Why they be doing that with the backdoor?
I don't know.
Talk to my face.
When I talk to people, I talk to them directly.
And they don't be doing that with
That's
Diddy.
Crazy.
And I don't like that.
Damn, shout out to Puff, man.
Shout out to $1 million too. Niggas talk about $1 million worth of game, nigga. $1 million on the pod, something. We go manifest $1 million. Honestly, we gotta change the pod name.
To what?
To what?
I don't know. But we gotta put some money in that.
$1 million, please.
Yeah, we gotta do something because somebody getting money somewhere. God damn.
I need $1 million. Just need to know.
Yeah,
you change to that.
Beggars podcast.
Nah.
No, because then we'll be beggars forever.
Yeah, that shit don't leave.
Yeah,
I was about to
like
say
that.
something wild flagrant. I ain't even gonna say that.
Thank you for keeping it to yourself.
I will.
That means a lot to us.
Can I say it?
No.
We can believe it.
Why?
All right, yo, mark this shit down.
Oh my God. So
nah,
many
for real,
edits.
because you know we be begging and shit. So you know what people, like when a crackhead needs some crack, what he do?
Oh my God. I hate this man.
That's what you gonna do. That's what you go. Nah, that's what you go. That's what you gonna do for us.
Bleep that shit.
No more for SaVon.
Bro, chill. Don't tell nobody I did that. Bleep that too.
Okay, sorry. We're just bleeping everything.
It's a Tuesday night.
You do whatever for the team.
I work a 9 to 5 in corporate America. I'm already pushing the limits.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All the way.
Thank you. You know what else be pushing the limits? Speaking of,
what's up?
My guy, man. Let's keep it in the podcast space. So I know we talked about some topics before we got on air. This is something that didn't come across y'all radar, but as the comments told you clearly, guys, I lost my black card.
It's gone.
Upon me losing my black card, I went over to Barstool and I checked out their content. And I want to shout out some of the great whites.
Look what you did as soon as you lost your black card.
Yeah, them niggas.
Let me go to Barstool.
You supposed to go get a casserole first or something.
No.
Shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
I went straight to Barstool Sports, Barstool Media.
Okay.
And I went down the rabbit hole. I bumped into my guy, Theo Von. Shout out to Theo Von. He's hilarious.
He has like a podcast, right?
He has a mullet.
Yeah, he's mad funny.
That is my comedian.
Right.
Shout out to Theo Von. I don't know if he's associated with Barstool. He's just white. That might have been racist.
Actually, he's very funny. Like,
but I went down the rabbit hole and I bumped into Dave Portnoy. So if y'all got your headphones, please pull those out right now. I would love to hear y'all thoughts on this. Dave Portnoy is the CEO, creator, founder, all that good stuff of Barstool Sports. Yeah. They actually have a really dope blueprint, Barstool, of how they just built their network, how they expanded podcasting, how they give so many different people, so many different backgrounds and cultures, $1 million worth of game signed to Barstool Sports. So, like Dave Portnoy in the podcasting aspect, he's done his thing. But this past week, I don't know how this didn't make news, and if I could find it,
because you was in white news.
Here, you know what? See? They took my black card on the internet, so you're right. I did go.
Yeah, we took your debit, so you didn't see the transaction for
So Dave Portnoy, he argued with a pizzeria owner during a pizza review. So he has this series called One Bite, right, where he goes to different small businesses and he tries their food and he gives an honest review. Yeah. And I guess the business owner recognized him, knew what was happening, and this is the exchange.
Dave, enjoy your pizza as any customer, but I don't appreciate what you do coming in and judging a business with one bite.
Well, we do more. Is this your spot?
This is my spot. I hope you enjoy your pizza, but I don't appreciate what you do to small businesses.
Well, I help. The good news is I give you a terrible school.
Let me be a little clearer. Move on. Don't stand in front of my business.
Let me be clear. Fuck you.
Let me be clear. Get the fuck out of front of my business.
Fuck you. It's a public street, you motherfucker.
Yeah, but
it's a public street. This ain't your business.
Yeah, but this is my business.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
He's right across the street. Go get him.
This is how whites get disrespectful.
Stand on a public street. Your shirt's 6 sizes too small, fatso.
Just go fuck
not
yourself.
the fat shaming. Yo, this is how white people.
I love that shit.
This is how white people fight.
Y'all niggas keep my black card because that shit funny and all that bullshit. Y'all niggas be on violence.
Watch it.
See, look,
watch it.
I'm gonna double down on you niggas.
Watch it.
Yo, they be violating me on the internet. I can't shoot back.
Fuck
you. Fuck you. You look, see that's better
That just made me mad uncomfortable. Like the tone of it.
Yeah.
Fuck
like
you.
when white people get angry, it sounds like something crazy about to happen.
Oh my
They hit him with the well iota.
Yo, it said I was waiting for one iota.
So he does basically one bite reviews, and he wasn't feeling that shit.
He wasn't feeling that shit at all.
He was like, by the way.
So he gave it like a
not gonna
6.4 review, which in his words was the lowest he's ever reviewed anybody's pizza. Like it's a longer exchange. If you go on his page, you can see like the full actual review. Yeah. He's standing in front of it, people taking pictures, like there were fans there. Like it was a lengthy exchange. And honestly, I thought the business owner kind of handled it a little bit well. Like he's like, hey man,
I don't like the concept. Like you're gonna take one bite of my food and review it.
Yeah, I kind of feel that.
I don't like it.
Well, when you're rich and you're bored and you can do what you want, you can do what you want.
That's true.
And I think that's what he did.
Yeah, I feel it, but I do feel it.
Fuck you.
Every time I do it, you go like,
for what you said to me earlier. You know, that's the equivalent of suck my dick.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's how they be letting it go.
Yo, suck my dick. Because if that was an exchange with a white and a black guy, following the fuck you, what would it came?
Hey, yo, suck my dick. Through the AO on the front.
We don't make the rules.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I thought that was really, like, that was a very interesting exchange. Yeah. I feel like Dave Portnoy, he is like a shining example of not giving a fuck.
I ain't gonna lie though, if you're the owner of a podcast network, I do want you to be vocal.
Me too.
I do.
Me too.
I feel like that should be one of the prereqs. No funny shit. Like, speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because don't sign no other people if you can't speak up for yourself.
That's true.
Okay. All right. I could kind of see that. I could
just imagine SaVon like late at night alone in his apartment, just like laughing at clips like this,
Yeah,
like mad loud.
By his dolo.
I was about to say I ain't got nobody to send it to. That's the fucked up thing. I'll wait to bring it to the pod.
Send it to us.
But it's not as funny if I send it to y'all first. I gotta bring it here in real time.
That's very true.
So y'all can like really get that. Because I watched that video. I showed it to my brothers, my siblings, my
You showed it to everybody.
I was like, yo, isn't this the greatest shit you ever saw in your life?
Yeah.
Fuck you! Like, come on, bro.
Listen, the NFL, the NBA, and the UFC is actually giving us a big fuck you. I don't know if you guys have heard or not.
No.
We can kind of stay in this realm because, Barstools is a sports company.
So is Underdog.
So is Underdog. Yep.
Gang. Need to know. Make sure y'all go do that right now. I'm telling you, go get your money.
Immediately. I heard SaVon, right? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the NBA, NFL, and UFC seek a tougher governmental action against illegal streaming. Before I read this article, I do want to say rent in New York is high.
Extremely high.
Okay? It makes you think about what you want to spend on in your household, what you can avoid, what you can incorporate.
Budgeting,
right? And what you can remove, right? So I'm gonna just keep. I illegally stream.
Damn.
Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, you can say
I can say that shit? I bet. Because I do.
Ask the guys. We got my guy.
If I can, y'all know what to do. That's my gang in the
Don't
back.
incriminate
It's
yourself.
mad bleeps in this episode.
It's mad bleep. Well, I do. I ain't a liar.
Nah, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on record too. Yeah, I ain't gotta bleep this.
Yeah.
But I don't though, so I'm not gonna lie and say that.
You
just
don't?
to stand with you.
You don't?
Nah. Ever since I started like doing a little bit better in life, I be really buying that shit because I hate the lag.
Really?
I hate
Going searching for
it's
stuff.
mad spam, the pop-ups. Honestly, illegally like streaming sports is the only thing that puts pop-ups on my laptop. Nothing else does
feel
that.
you.
No other website
Not
gives
even
me
porn?
pop.
Yeah.
No, not
He
even.
don't do porn on his laptop no more. He keep that on the mobile.
How do you know this?
What?
Did he tell us this before?
But am I lying?
Nah, every man. All of us.
Oh,
Every guy.
If you still pulling up porn on your laptop, you a little too horny.
You
got
dangerous.
Yeah, you got to dial that horny down. Like your
dangerous.
mobile device should be enough for you to get some shit off.
Facts.
Yeah. Okay. But let me keep reading. Okay. According to Andrew Cohen, the NFL, NBA, and UFC are trying to get the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to take more aggressive and effective action against illegal streaming. The goal is to update the Digital Millennium Copyright Act so that online service providers can take down illegal streams more quickly. See, the real reason why I'm bringing this up is because I don't think it stops here. Sort of like strike, right? Yeah. Strikes go everywhere. Like it's like a wildfire. I'm on some shit where it's like, if y'all are gonna start affecting sports, and when I have used illegal streams, I'm gonna be honest with you, Regi, I don't know if you know or not, but like the big games, right? They'll have the big games on the big networks, right? They'll have them on the Fox, ABC, etc. But the teams or the towns that are kind of in like a more remote part of the country,
but like you want to see these.
but
games.
you want to see them.
Yeah.
Like, but what if I want to go see a Sacramento King game?
Yeah.
Right? I can't just pull up TNT on my fucking TV.
Yeah,
I literally would have to go deep
like
dive.
go find it.
Or you would
Yeah.
pay for the exclusive league pass or the NFL network package. And these things can cost you up to like $130, $145 a year or $20, $30 a month.
Oh shit.
Which a lot of people don't got.
I currently pay for Max, Showtime, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, Peacock,
Amazon.
Apple.
Yo, you getting to
Damn.
it. Yo,
I'm
you,
just-
yo, wait, wait,
I-
wait.
I don't pay for none of that.
Yo, y'all niggas hiring?
I don't pay for not one.
You like it? You don't pay for none of them?
I pay for only for Netflix, and my entire family is on
Yeah.
it, so I carry my family on my back.
Okay.
But then everything else, I just use my boyfriend's.
Okay,
Because
see,
he has everything.
I'm that guy. Me and John.
Everyone uses yours.
Yeah, me and John are the same. Like I literally had to create accounts on all of those because I'm the type. I ain't gonna lie, right?
Just get a job at HBO.
All right, what
Max
y'all,
is free.
What y'all doing? Y'all got some music departments in there? Yo,
Nah,
when
we
we
ain't got
fix
none of
shit?
that bullshit. None of that old shit.
Yo, shut
All
up.
them bullshit ass
Yo,
niggas.
shut up. You
Tired
make-
of them niggas. They hurt my
Shut
feelings in the
up.
comments.
Oh my god.
But my fault. Keep
bro.
going.
This nigga is crazy. But yeah, I pay for everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? So this is annoying me because it's like, damn, son, like sports is kind of like the one thing where like I could kind of get off a little crack stream.
Yeah.
I could kind of get some free shit off because this shit is getting annoying. But again, the wider point is, yeah, what if they start doing this for like,
Everything.
yeah, Like, what is there another industry that I'm not thinking about that this
But
could
like
affect?
what though? Because
I'm thinking
movies and
now.
shows we have streaming
They're
and we
sold
pay
and
for
streamed.
them. So.
Okay. Oh wow. So maybe they are just trying to corner the last of the last.
I
Like
think
the
so.
sports.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's the only thing that they haven't controlled yet.
Right. We cracking this in real time.
I think so.
We cracking this.
It's messed up because I know a lot of people who obviously like illegally watch like fights, UFC and boxing. Those are like
that's
the
a
biggest
big
one because
one.
it's pay-per-view,
Yeah,
right?
pay-per-view.
And it's
So
like expensive.
it's
for real.
expensive, like it's inconvenient.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, like I remember when I was younger, we used to download, or order pay-per-view wrestling, WWE.
Oh
right?
yeah. Royal Rumble and all that.
And you would do it with a click. But I wasn't paying the bill because I was a kid. So now your parents are looking at it like, wait, what the fuck is this charge? And now so now you're gonna like force people and parents and kids like to pay whatever extra where I really don't think the NFL is hurting for that money. The NFL has 16 or 17 regular season games plus the playoffs plus the biggest event of the year in the world.
Wait, there's only
with the
16
Super Bowl.
games?
Only 16?
Yes.
What?
16 games. Yeah. Well, they just increased it to 17.
Only 16.
Just increased it to 17.
Yeah.
So now it's 17 regular season games, plus the playoffs
That's so
and the Super Bowl.
short.
It is compared to like the NBA. NBA is 82, and then the MLB is over 120. Right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
the NFL specifically, they generate so much money
That they don't
off
need
of
to. Oh.
that is like. I don't think you necessarily need to because you're not missing out on money.
Yeah.
And honestly, none of these sports companies or leagues are really missing out on money.
Yeah.
I just think it's greed.
Wait, okay, so is it the actual leagues like NBA or whatever, or is it like more of the ESPNs and
They're-
stuff? Because ESPN
leagues.
is not doing so well because Disney, they have mad layoffs this year, so I don't know if that is like different.
This is a league thing. That's why it kind of struck my eye. The NFL, NBA, and UFC want the language to be changed to instantaneously or near instantaneously remove illegal streams. So I'm like, oh, it's the leagues trying to like really jump us.
Yeah.
We in the last of the last, y'all. We
But don't
paying
they
for
always
everything.
try? Haven't they always tried to? Just like everybody, streaming in general. Haven't they always been like, "Oh, we're gonna crack down on illegal streams"? Like this time, is it like different?
Do y'all still have like websites for movies that y'all want?
Very, very rarely would I have to use. I'll probably use
Yeah.
one like once a year. Like,
Okay. I only asked that because it's like, I think those are still active. So maybe this might be a thing where they're trying to take seriously, but you might get one or two stragglers out
there'll
there.
always be like illegal streaming.
Okay.
though,
All right.
I feel like.
I hope so.
Yeah. Me too.
Because there's gonna be a whole generation who
start it.
already don't know what LimeWire is.
Yeah.
There's already a generation who missed out on that.
Yeah, that's a
now
fact.
we're about to take away, like, bro, you're not. I promise you, like the fighters, Gervonta Davis, John Jones, fucking, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, all of the fighters, the pay-per-view main events. All these guys are not hurting from money based off because most people are paying, and the purses and the bags and the pay-per-view numbers show that. Like Floyd Mayweather, they show it. People are paying for these fights. So the small percentage, and I don't know the numbers, but the small percentage of people who can't afford to pay, because honestly, that's really what it is in most cases. In most cases, people don't have the extra $90 a month to pay to watch a fight that could potentially
saying.
end within 30 seconds.
Honestly,
Like it's
that's
a
a
bad
lot- that's a lot of money.
It's a bad investment if
Yeah.
you don't got it.
You make a good point.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Make a good
that's a
point.
horrible investment.
If I'm deciding on how to pay my rent this week,
Yeah.
or to get a freaking
and
match,
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
love
a
the
fan.
sport.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But in this particular sport, combat sports, UFC and boxing, the only way I can see the best fighters is if I have to literally pay. But
Yeah.
I love the sport. You get what I'm saying? So now you're taking that away from somebody who may not be in a position to pay. Again, like I said, like we was joking when you first entered or brought this topic up.
Yeah.
When you said it, and I was like, yeah, I pay for everything. And it's because I can afford to. Like I'm blessed to be able to say, yo, oh, this fight is coming on. Yo, everybody come to my crib. Let's order some food. Let's get some drinks.
Right.
And let me buy the fight. Right? But
Yeah.
had I not been in the position that I am, which has been times in my life where I wasn't in the position
Absolutely.
to purchase a $85 fight to where, okay, cool. Now John Jones, he gets in a fight, or whoever it is, Anderson Silva, he gets into a fight. He
Yeah.
kills his opponent within 30 seconds. Now, granted, as a fan, I had an amazing time, right? But if I had to pay for that, and
It
I
hurts.
really couldn't, it could
does.
affect something, and it turns me off, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just a disservice. So Fuck these niggas.
And then you see the outcome on social media as soon as it happens.
Yeah.
So then you go, yo, should have spent the money, or could I just go caught the recap?
Now you're sitting there like, fuck.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe I could understand it a little bit more, maybe from like the NFL and the NBA, because you want people to go get the league pass or whatever the case may be. But like, think about combat sports.
Yeah.
The best fighters, you have to literally pay to see them. You will never in your life, unless you have one of these websites, get to see a Floyd Mayweather, a John Jones, a Conor McGregor, a Manny Pacquiao, a Earl Spence, a Terrence Crawford. Like, you will never get to see these fighters fight.
Like, just for free.
Just for free.
Just for free, yeah.
And then you want to know what's fucked up that I realized with the Terrence Crawford and Spence fight? They don't put these fights on YouTube or on platforms until months after.
Yeah,
so if you miss that fight,
it's part of the
it's
deal.
not like you can catch it the next day or the day after and be like, yo, let me go watch this fight. You literally have to wait months and weeks to catch these combat sports
They like
fights.
force every dollar out of you.
That's what I'm
Squeeze it,
saying.
yeah.
So it's like, damn, my nigga, like, if I'm a broke nigga and I can't do it, like, let me just be broke in peace.
I'm not going front though. If you broke though, you should have an IT friend. I feel like the most technological savvy person in your friend group should buy all the streaming services. That's how I got trapped to do it.
If you broke, you should have an IT friend.
Nah, you know what my homies think? Yo, you work in media. You always need to know what's going on. I'm not going front. They fucked my head up with that one. I bought everything.
I bought everything.
Cause I'm like, yo, you know what? I am the one in the friend group that probably should have to see everything. Like
Alex does watch and listen to everything somehow.
It's the glasses.
You think so?
I think it's the glasses.
I'm transmitting information at a fast rate. What happened? Is it?
You should do that.
I got a couple eyes.
What'd you just say?
I don't know.
I translate information
at a fast rate.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Salute to everybody, man. Say y'all money, man. Say y'all money. You want to stay in money, SaVon?
We can stay in money. What
you want to stay in money a little bit? Burna Boy. You guys know Burna Boy. Burna Boy is I don't gotta tell you. But Burna Boy,
African
He's like,
giant.
no, you're not even.
African giant.
The African SaVon. I like that.
African
Okay.
giant.
Oh yeah. That's me,
Bro.
Hey, what's going on?
Remember my Apple Music? He was top 5 for me last
It's true.
year.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's my man.
You like
Yeah,
that
y'all
music.
niggas trying to take my black card. Fuck y'all.
He said, yo, I listen to African artists.
Word.
This nigga is crazy.
I went to Africa before I went to the hip hop, to the hibbit, the bibbit.
Oh my God,
Fuck
that
out of
was-
here, nigga.
All right.
I'm gonna go Afro beat my ass off, nigga.
All right, I bet.
Tim's, all these, yeah, fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
just naming different niggas now.
Old
right?
ass nigga.
But listen, it's funny because African artists sell differently than they do in the States as opposed to them being back home, of course, right? That's just pretty normal
Makes
thing.
sense, yeah.
It makes sense, right? It was posted that Burna Boy actually sold 21K his first week on his album, I Told You, that features singles with Big 7. And Russ chimed in. Because to me, I don't think Burna Boy selling 21K is a big deal. When he comes to New York, he sells out.
Madison Square Garden.
He sells
sold
out.
That shit out.
He sells out. I don't think
Wait, are they saying 21K is a lot more than expected or below?
bad.
But he's not like an American artist though. Like,
But see, Regi, you know how you have like your logic? You see how you think with logic?
Okay.
Most people just react off of what they
The
see.
number, the
the
number.
number, exactly. Like how the number makes them feel, right? So when you see an act like Burna Boy that arguably had the song of the summer last summer, right? When you see an act like that do 21K and you just see people posting, you're like, that's not a good look. Russ chimed in, and Russ is an independent artist, of course. Russ has figured out a way to generate revenue how he wants to see fit. Everything comes back to him. He is pro-artist. He is not pro-label. And he is not pro-antics. He chimed in, this is underneath, I think it's an academics post. He says, if Burna Boy is doing 21K in America and selling out arenas in America as well, how come artists who sell more than that in America aren't doing arenas in America? Take a wild guess. Fake streams.
So I read the comments when
you
you said
just
that.
gave it away.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm sorry.
I missed that.
He just gave us the answer.
No, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. No, keep talking. Say,
No, I missed what you were saying.
That's good. You keep going.
what
Go
you were
bring-
saying?
Go bring it back later. Say what you said. Go bring it back later.
I read the comments on that post because
did.
I find all my news through Reddit.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, it was in a Reddit thread. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me click here. What is Russ talking about? Again, Russ was one of the few people I got to meet. I actually got to go to his home and kind of see him in his space.
You saw how he was
like
born.
he actually makes money.
Yeah. No,
yes. Like
it
we
is
believe
real.
him.
He's not one of those internet guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
he is legit.
He be right.
No, he do be right.
We have to admit, Russ be right. When
Russ
he be like
do.
talking his shit and
He
stuff,
do.
like he be right.
He does, and I respect that. And so whenever I see Russ chime in on like the music industry, it always like piques my interest because I'm one of those people like is very. I've been very transparent about my relationship with the music business and just music in general. I'm fucking like I'm not even gonna go there. But when he speaks, I listen. He's one of the few people when he speaks on music, I listen. So I clicked on the Reddit post and a lot of the people were saying like Russ is alluding to the labels buying artists' albums and streams. And then it dawned on me that it's very obvious that this is what's happening.
What?
Because there was a year and there was a time where Nav outsold Beyonce.
I actually
Not in the same week.
Oh, I was about to say.
I don't know if it was in the same
It
week.
couldn't
Oh, no,
have
yeah.
been. It couldn't
was
have
not
been.
in the same week.
Maybe not her first week.
Oh yeah,
no,
probably
not-
like her 6th week or some shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
his albums, his streams was like 230.
No, but I
They were high.
remember,
They were
I remember
high.
that because
Yeah, they
when
were
he
high.
had like a crazy album week was because I believe it was like the merch bundle. They bundled it for the first time or whatever. Like it was like a new thing, and then that shot him to like #1.
I like Nav. So before I say
Oh,
what I'm
I
about to
love
say,
Nav.
I like Nav too.
I don't
I
love
love-
him. I like him.
I like Nav. I like his songs.
We
I like
like
his
him.
songs.
Right? He cool.
Yeah, we're the Navengers.
I fuck with that.
I won't
yo.
claim that, but I'm with you, Reggie. I'm with you. I like Nav, right? And I don't like him for him. I like for what artists do on his songs.
Oh, for what art? Not for what he does on his
Nah,
song.
Meek
Tap, tap,
skated on
tap.
his shit.
Yeah.
Meek
Tap,
skated
tap.
I
on his shit.
love
did.
tap.
Like Meek skated on
I
that.
might throw like 100 rats in my mirrors.
He goes to
Me
thumb in
and
the
Jizzy.
butt. That's my line right there. I was like,
That's the one you walked away with, right?
that's my
the thumb in the
ball.
butt,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
for
bet.
sure. I took that move. But
Yeah, I bet.
I like Nav,
Yeah.
but I don't know anybody who like Nav that much.
No, the kids enjoy him.
Not that
He's,
much.
he usually sells really well every time he drops. I ain't gonna lie.
But I think
Yeah.
I don't know how record labels have done this. And you tell me if
Uh-huh.
no, seriously.
I'm listening.
How have they have been extremely blatant, and we all work in like the music space, entertainment space, so we know for a fact that there are certain artists, certain labels who purchase music, who buy streams, like streaming farms. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Streaming farms is a thing.
How haven't we found a way to just detect when that's happening?
I have a question. Who is gonna stop them?
Especially-
Like who? Like
That's
the
how it goes.
police? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
who's gonna
yeah.
stop them?
That's a great
especially,
question.
especially when they're creating the rules, right? Who the fuck came up with and said that one stream equals X amount?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who decided that?
Like who the fuck?
And this is like how artists like eat.
Yeah.
Like food.
Yeah.
So this is crazy.
I will say this to answer your question, SaVon. You said how can they make it visible that they're false streaming? Sort of in what Russ said. What does your output look like when it's time for people to
real
show
life.
for people to show up for you? Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do this thing. I don't know for the long time listeners. Alex always does this thing where like every week he'll be like, yo, I was just talking about this. But me, I was just talking about this with my friend. No, not talking about it, like talking about him.
Yeah.
I have this friend, Will Hill. He's an artist out of Atlanta. He's a rapper, one of my favorite rappers. And like he does not have that many followers on Instagram. He has less than 7,000. But every time he drops a project, he could rent out a club in Atlanta, pack that shit out with 500 people. He could throw a party. He could
different.
throw like a movie theater screening. All the girls will come out. Like he has support in real life. And I was just talking about this because I love when this happens because I want to remind people that followers doesn't matter. Like numbers don't really matter that much. They do
Impact.
sometimes. But the real life people who will show up for you, like you could really see that. And like us, we threw a party. We sold 300 tickets. Like we have support in real life.
Yeah.
So no matter what you think about our streams, real life always matters. So don't get too caught up in the numbers. But anyway, back to Russ and Burna Boy.
And the 300, that was a cap.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was the demand was more. We
Yeah, we
kind of
coulda
sold
sold
ourselves
more.
short. It was like, fuck it, let's just cap it here.
cap it,
yeah.
But now I agree with you, Reggie. I
Yeah.
think it's always important and I always try to relate it back to our journey and just podcasting because I'm not an artist, I'm not a rapper, none of that shit.
Yeah.
So the closest that I can kind of get to it is just relating it to like the podcast space. And one of the things I'm grateful for as being a podcaster or being in this space is that like you said with the streaming numbers, right? They have no choice but to abide by those rules. Now, where artists do have an advantage is going back to Irv Gotti, right?
That is not an option.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
Well, what do you mean?
Going back
Like
to what
labels?
I said about Irv Gotti, right?
What do you mean?
As an artist,
Yo, this nigga.
you could make, and I'm not saying this right,
Okay.
you can make $3 for every 1,000 streams because you have the luxury to go to a club appearance. You have the luxury to go to a festival and perform.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Roddy Ricch said on Joe's podcast, he makes $500,000 a show when he does a Rolling Loud.
Still?
That was a year ago. His rates might have changed.
Shout out to Roddy.
Inflation.
Inflation gets
discounts.
crazy. Nah, inflation.
You never know.
Yeah.
But
Inflation get crazy though.
they have the opportunity to eat and live off of their songs forever, their art forever, without streams really being the main source of income, right? With podcasting, one of the things that we've kind of fought against is the CPM, right? And we don't got to get too much into it, but one of the reasons why we don't have too many ads or we kind of pick and choose is not that we don't have the opportunities, but it's like we don't agree with the standard process of this space at the moment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
How
like,
they decided to do it. Yeah.
We kind of believe in ourselves. We value what it is that we do. We appreciate and enjoy our listening experience. And there's been plenty of times and plenty of companies and businesses who have came to us and we said, look, we would love to, but it has to be in a way that we're comfortable with. And if it's not, then hey, best of luck to you. We appreciate you. But we don't conform to it, where artists almost have no choice but to conform. So I don't know. I think Russ is just one of those people who I appreciate and I respect when he speaks about the music and when he questions it. Like, it makes me see things a little bit different because Burna Boy is one of the biggest acts in the world. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, him and Bad Bunny, it's him, Bad Bunny, Drake, Taylor Swift, and Beyonce.
Right now.
All of them went on tour in the last year.
And Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah. See, that's why you're a real one.
Get out of here.
That's
a little inside joke.
That's dead ass Ed Sheeran. He's in there too. And Ed, shout out to Big
and the
E.
Weeknd,
Big Eddie, nigga,
and the Big Weeknd,
Big E,
the Weeknd.
What you go call him?
Weak.
And he is weak. No,
don't do that.
But those 5 artists that I named, they come to mind when touring because I think the 5 of them have toured within the last year. Some of them are still on tour, right? And every single time, it doesn't matter what city. If I follow somebody that's in Dallas, if I follow somebody that's in LA, Seattle, Miami, if one of those artists is in their city, I'm going to see somebody at their show. You get what I'm saying? Like,
for
sure.
It does. And when they come to New York, like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And
all
also,
of our friends are going.
Yeah.
Everybody's
it's up and it's stuck. And also, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm an artist that doesn't sell well when it comes time for me to release projects and albums, I would use this Burna Boy selling 21K as my stamp. I would get it tatted.
Yeah, like inspiration.
I get a t-shirt. I would get a t-shirt because I hope everyone is now realizing that it doesn't matter what you do your first week. We're in the streaming era, right? See, before streaming, you had to go pick up physicals, right? So people could only track how many times you played it or if you played it off of the single transaction. See, with streaming and projects, man, a motherfucker could say your album is whack this month and a hive can start to grow from it in a few months. And then you could go gold from it from months to come, from a couple years to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what you do first week because all the numbers are fucked. SaVon was speaking to it. The biggest artists like Travis Scott, oh, by the way, I don't hear any of y'all talking about Utopia anymore. I'll wait.
Who's y'all?
Not you. I'm talking to the people out there. No, we all had to. Yeah, no, I remember our takes
You
up
know
here.
that 50 Cent mean? Yo, why you say fuck me for? Why say fuck me?
Why you say fuck
like,
me?
Damn, nigga, why you say fuck me for?
Nah,
Not
my
y'all, hold
4G.
up.
Nah, my 4G, not you. I know how we stood on that, right?
Yeah.
But I remember our takes on it. And yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there. Y'all said it was the album of the year, this, and I don't hear any of y'all posting about it, talking about it, but it was bundled. So that first week or two, it just seemed as if like, yo, the music was massive. But right? I'm listening.
Let me give him his credit.
Sure. No, give some credit.
I was a massive Travis Scott fan. Yeah. He sold out his tour.
Oh, for sure. But see,
so
no. I'm speaking to the
it matches. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? The energy is the same between the numbers. Kind of make sense.
Absolutely.
For that.
I'm only speaking to the numbers sold. I already know that Travis Scott can bring people out. You feel me?
Got it.
I'm not ignorant to that.
Got it.
Travis gonna bring them out. Listen,
I don't know why.
He got to deal with McDonald's and Jordan Brand.
But that was before.
He's huge.
You feel me? That's McDonald's
That was
and
before.
But when McDonald's and Jordan Brand invest,
But
you gonna have to do some Kanye shit.
I mean, he
You
did
understand what I'm
worse.
saying? To who? To who? You see what I get tricky? You see what I get tricky?
Yeah,
To
because
who?
a lot of people don't put the blame on him
There
for
you
what
go.
happened.
It get tricky. But see, when it come time for him to
Those are
package,
sheep.
I don't blame
I
him.
call them sheep.
Yeah, that
Niggas
lamb
don't be knowing.
That lamb be good though.
You niggas be sacrificing niggas.
Yo, I don't.
Yo,
that,
I don't
that's
know
your,
if
that's your man.
Nah, that is my man. Though.
Yeah, that's your man.
He
like.
might have been responsible for one of them niggas in that nigga's bio I checked out.
Yo, so, as I was fucking saying,
He might
yo,
have sent that nigga that.
as I was saying,
yo, chill,
I hope
I'm
people,
wildin', bro.
I hope people, we trying to monetize here, motherfucker. I hope people are paying attention to the Burna Boys of the world because it's not hard to see that he brings people out and that people enjoy him and that he's popular. So if a Burna Boy can sell 21K, still be relevant, then you should too. The numbers are fucked. It doesn't matter anymore. Actually, I wanted to read a tweet from, you brought up Nav. This is a producer that does a lot of Nav's music. His name is Taz Taylor. He's from Internet Money. He said, people got to stop caring about first week sales of music. In the past 100 years, there's been hella classic albums that quote unquote flopped first week, but went on to become legendary or
That's
iconic.
true.
Let's talk about it. Reasonable Doubt. I can't tell you how many OGs tell me all the time, yo, you know Reasonable Doubt wasn't popping when it first dropped, right?
That's crazy.
You know it took about a year for it to get popping, right? He was selling out his car. It wasn't really popping. So even from back then, good music is always going to be good music. I know with the blogs and Twitter
and headlines
and those music pages that post how much you sell, I know when those things get incorporated, it can look like, God damn, I ain't shit. But the music is what's always gonna last. So.
And I know we know this, that
Yeah.
we shouldn't place so much emphasis on
it's hard.
first week numbers. Like we all know why, but like it's just like
hard.
just naturally that's what people sensationalize. They're like, oh my god, Coi Leray sold this many, and then they make fun of her for it. So as a whole, like I hope like eventually we will stop putting less emphasis on that. But
Absolutely.
who knows? I don't know.
Man, Travis Scott selling all this merch and 4 or 5 different album covers, and he dropped the movie count tours. Like once you find out motherfucker, he dropped a movie at AMC and shit. Once you start finding out motherfuckers is doing that to sell that, don't be tight. Just create the art. You know what I'm saying?
Just trust the process.
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely. It did shock me though at first when I saw that 21K.
That's a nasty game you gotta play.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
can't
so
imagine being
bad.
an artist now.
Yo, that's a nasty game
fucked
you
up.
gotta play.
It's fucked up.
Like, you know what? Nah, I ain't taking none of that shit back. But I do feel bad for them old niggas now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they don't even know how to bundle shit.
No.
They don't even know how to get saucy.
It wasn't even
They
around.
don't even know how to give them the merch when you Travis Scott, when you T Scott, nigga. You don't even know how to do all that.
It wasn't around.
But they
Well,
didn't have to do that.
The marketing is different.
Nah, but they should have did that.
But I ain't gonna lie.
SaVon, what are you saying?
Should have did that.
But it's sort of
I'm
like
shooting at the old
Nah,
rappers
don't
like
do
they said something to me. This is
do
to the
that.
I promise you, these are not to these rappers. Like, I respect them. Like, I appreciate them. But if y'all go read those comments, just know, like, they struck a nerve.
But artists should at least, if not you, appreciate the people before them, because
You should.
respectfully, it's a lot of y'all that wasn't impactful to hip hop that have made way more than some people that really pilgrimed the way for the shit.
Like Chingy?
What?
Nah, Chingy got one call away.
That's
You
a
will
fact.
not play this.
You were my nah.
And
Come on,
I like it
Chingy.
when it's either right
I
there,
just said
right
it. I just
there.
said something.
Nah, I'm talking more
Hurricane
so.
Chris.
No, see. Nah. Hey, baby. But listen, I'm
Mims?
talking. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Why do you keep
Stop.
saying-
See, that's what he do.
I'm sorry.
That's what he do. He go get the
He like keeps going. Like
he making me forget.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the newer artists where like they could fuck around and get, depending on who you are, like 250 for a walkthrough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like artists before in the 90s and the 80s, I'm sure they were fine taking 10, 8, 7K for appearances and shit like that. You feel me? So like when sports, right? Like the cap is always gonna change from year to year depending on what sport you playing in. So you know the money's gonna increase. A quarterback that was making whatever he was making in 04 is not making whatever he's making in 2023. Right? So yeah, just things to think about. Things are changing around us.
It is.
But we shouldn't be too frightened.
Y'all heard about that new planet? You said change. I thought about new. You said change. I thought about new.
I love transitions.
It came straight to my mind.
How this came on your horizon?
It just again, y'all know.
Reddit man.
No, it wasn't Reddit.
Oh shit!
It was the algorithms. I think YouTube recognized all the hate that was being spewed my way, so they just took all the black shit off of my algorithm and just put mad white.
Put some like scientific shit.
Yeah,
damn, you don't got no next Friday on your shit.
I ain't got no.
You don't got no Cat Williams nowhere.
I was about to say something so ignorant.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said. That's why I kept talking. I know you.
So ignorant.
Yo, dog, that's why I kept
saving
talking.
you from you.
Nah, save me from me.
I got you, man. That's why I kept speaking.
They found a new planet.
This nigga right here.
I was gonna say something
This nigga
so
right here
bad,
is
bro.
crazy.
I'm gonna get this canceled before we even get to where we like trying to go.
Come on, son.
They found a new planet, and I think the cool thing about this planet is because they discover a new planet every week, right?
Yes.
Every week, every month, there's a new planet, there's a new UFO, there's a new alien
planet
species.
ZYX.
There's all this shit that's going on. But the fascinating thing about this planet in particular is that they believe it is covered with water.
Like Earth?
Like Earth, right?
All right, now they just trying shit.
Like Earth?
Nah.
But if you think no other planet has water.
I know that's or
I
very
did
small.
not know that.
Or very small amounts. They've said.
Like no other. Let me like fact check. I'm not a scientist. I haven't dug that deep into
That's
like the
why I said
white
Also,
algorithm yet.
With topics like this, we could just be wrong. We
Yeah.
could just spew misinformation.
Mad wrong. Like, yo, if you get your information from me, you are fucked in life.
That's where you fucked up first.
But no, planet T01-733b is the planet, and they say that it's about 245 light years away.
Oh my god!
Right, very very far.
How do you even measure that? Like
telescopes. So they had a telescope, and it was able to see that far or measure that far. The other cool thing about this planet in particular, they say that it orbits around a giant star that is almost like a replica of the sun, that acts as a sun to that planet, right? So I think...
I'll have to see it to believe it.
Listen, but I'm going to tell you what they're doing. Because last month, they tried to prepare us with the UFOs, right? They say, yo, guys, aliens are real.
Oh, they're like soft launching.
It's happening.
Okay.
You know how like you soft launch your girl? Mm-hmm. Like that's what they doing with these aliens. So last month, it was the aliens are here. The government approves. Yes, this is happening. It didn't make a splash in the headlines the way it should have, because people have been having all these conspiracies about aliens and all this outer worldly shit for years. Yeah. But now they finally confirmed it, and it was crickets. It's quiet. Now they got this new planet that orbits a star like the sun, which is a star, and it's covered, I want to say they said up to 70. Let me see. Let me actually get the correct number.
It's alkaline?
It's twice the size of Earth.
Oh, shit.
It does not specify if it's alkaline water. Okay. But most of the planet is covered in water. They speculate. Nobody's landed on that planet yet. But again, I just wanted to put that out there. I know there's a lot going on in the world. There's actors and people on strike. Donald Trump is back in the headlines, his mugshot. Like there's some really important shit happening, and we're not talking about the new planets that we discovering.
Time's getting so hard, we just saying anything, huh? You said that shit was named T-458 what?
No, wait, yeah. Why do they keep giving the newer planets names like this? Because planets have like cool names, like Mars. Like just give it a word name.
And what happened to Pluto? That motherfucker star forgot.
They said Pluto wasn't a planet, but then you can't just backtrack though. Like,
so SaVon, you saying they trying to build a ship that could just,
I think,
fly us all the way to the other Earth?
Yeah, what are we gonna do with this information? Like, are we gonna, live there?
So I believe, and don't believe in my beliefs.
Yeah, let me hear SaVon thoughts.
Okay,
yeah.
Don't believe in my beliefs.
Don't hold back. Just tell us what's on your mind.
Let me hear it though.
I believe.
Don't be shy.
Did you watch the movie?
Yes.
Don't Look Up.
No.
Anybody listening to this podcast? Y'all didn't watch Don't Look Up?
Wait.
We're gonna.
I
gotta look at the cover. Hold on.
We'll do like this as a side topic another day. But there are so many classic movies that I have not watched.
Same.
You got no. I feel like Alex, you probably watched all of them.
The black ones.
But like me, you guys will really judge me if I tell you.
Well, I wouldn't consider Don't Look Up a classic.
Okay, Don't Look Up. They got Jonah Hill.
Oh shit. Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo. Yeah. Okay. Marilyn. What's her name? You know the one.
Meryl Streep.
Streep. I never know how to say her shit.
Yo, you better start getting in the white algorithm, nigga. That's a legend right there. What's up with you?
Fuck with Maryland.
Fuck with Maryland. What's the last name?
Strip. Strip?
Nigga called it Scrimp. Nigga South Maryland Scrimp. Nah.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah. Oh. But it was a dope movie. And if you watch the movie, the storyline is basically, it's very political. And the premise of the movie, it came out a long time ago, so spoiler alert if you want to watch it. Again, it does have Leonardo DiCaprio. I know he has a ton of fans if you haven't seen that movie. But the premise of the movie is a play on the political climate in America over the last few years, right?
Got it.
So the planet or Earth ending acts as the political crisis, and the country is divided by actual politics. And there's a scientist who's like, yo, we are all going to die. Y'all are worried about the wrong things in life. We're all going to die.
I saw the ending of this.
Yeah, it's a pretty dope movie. Like when you watch it, it's like, holy shit, this is really how we look. I think Ariana Grande's in it.
What's happening now?
It's legit, right? And so at the end of the movie, and I'm spoiling this whole shit. If you haven't seen it, I am so sorry.
Shit dropped mad long
Alex,
ago.
Reggie,
Fuck
I'm
y'all.
so sorry. I'm about to ruin this movie for y'all.
I don't care.
But
I told you I saw the end.
At the end of the movie, all of the political leaders and the rich, they time travel into space and they go to another planet. And so I say that to say, I think the government is soft launching this new planet with water, with aliens, to say, y'all niggas is dead.
Ooh, it's like a little new planet rollout.
Yeah.
They're like rolling it out.
Hey, we
like
cooked. I ain't gonna lie though, right? You gonna have to bring one of them alien niggas out. I'm not gonna lie. And
you want to see them?
Reggie, if they want the world to pay attention, if they want the world to stop, you gonna have to bring one of them out in good condition.
No, I said so. Samesies. I said that too. Like I need, like I'm not gonna just believe you guys. Like just like do a little press conference. You know what I'm saying, or something like
bring
that.
one of them ET motherfuckers out here.
Yo, that would be crazy.
I need to see it.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah, and it need to be in correct condition. See, this is what they've been trying to get off. Oh, we have body parts. So we have remnants. We have remnants of
it.
No. Bring me the whole motherfucker. Stitch it back together. Y'all did it with the dinosaur bones.
That would honestly be insane.
You're not.
For them to like show us an alien.
You feel me? That's the only thing that's going to take.
Yo, Twitter would go crazy that day.
What? See, we still worried about Twitter.
That was such a natural reaction for you too, Reggie.
No, I'm saying like, imagine seeing on your screen an alien, and I would just imagine Twitter going crazy.
If they not going to try, listen, I'm getting off Twitter that day. That's when I'm really going to start. You know those conspiracy theorists that, you know, they have these underground homes and they've been paranoid. I'm going to go get right with one of them motherfuckers.
Y'all are in denial about aliens. I showed y'all an alien.
No, I'm not. I know aliens exist, but
no.
Yeah, I fully believe aliens exist.
Is an alien.
Okay,
and y'all said
you just made that up.
Look at it. If you saw an octopus outside of water and it was in the air, that's an alien.
But that is not outside. It's a sea creature. It's in the sea.
Let me tell you something.
It's just an animal.
Yeah, that's a safe ass alien if we eating it.
No.
Think about it. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm talking about the predator looking motherfuckers. Alien versus predator. Hello, alien. I'm talking about that shit.
Niggas eat alligator. That's a predator.
But you fried up real good.
But it's not.
I heard alligator's good. I'm not even lying right now.
Fried up real good. Been to Florida? I've been to Florida.
I asked if you ate alligator.
I've been to Florida.
Why you can't just say yes?
Yeah.
You for real?
In Florida.
Why? Why?
Does it taste like chicken?
I don't want to be that guy, but it had that consistency.
I'm curious.
I don't want to be that guy, but it had that consistency. I had a little bite though. I had me a little crocodile nugget. Nothing crazy. I ain't have a fillet.
Life is so crazy. Like think about like octopuses, alligators. Think about like what a giraffe looks like. Like that is just crazy.
That's
like why do these things exist? Like
yeah, but you know what though? You're kind of hitting on something because we are so distracted by all the technology in our lives that we really never get a moment to just be like,
wow,
yo, like iguanas is here.
Iguanas is here.
I need you to really think about what these animals are capable and what they look, bro. It's not normal. Just because they're not, bro. If an iguana was 8 feet tall,
like, high right now,
bro. If an iguana was 8 feet tall,
yo,
think about that motherfucker.
But you know what though? Stay right
here. But
here.
they were one day.
If an alligator stood on 2 legs,
you unlocking the fear for me right now.
Oh my god!
Stop it. Because you know what I was thinking about yesterday?
What?
I accidentally killed an ant. It's by accident. But I thought to myself, if this motherfucker was my size, we would call it to the alien.
Why?
That's
are we
all it
talking
takes.
about this?
It's placement.
where am I
Placement
at?
inside.
Yes. No. Think about all the bugs you don't come across. Imagine that shit was 6'4".
I don't want to imagine.
I know.
Oh my
it's
God! But you know what
scary.
I was thinking about today?
It's mad
So I saw.
scary.
Speaking about bugs, it's just not out of nowhere. There was this fly. It was following me for some reason, and then I got on the train, and then I came all the way here. But that fly was from Manhattan. But now it has to start a new life in Brooklyn. I just was so sad.
Oh, this the need to get high podcast.
No, but he didn't know, or they didn't know that they got on the train, and now their family's gone. Like,
They just completely removed from their sight.
I really was so sad.
I have no remorse for flies.
Okay,
They're some of the
Let's talk
most
about it.
annoying things
But you
on
know
the
what though?
planet.
But they serve something here. I want you guys to school me if I don't know.
Okay.
What is the purpose of a mosquito? What if you
know.
add to the ecosystem? I'm not mad at you. Maybe I might not fuck with you.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
I might think you ugly, but I ain't gonna be mad at you. Mosquitoes, all y'all do is drink blood. No, I'm about to look it up.
I think they're going extinct.
I don't think so. I got a bunch of.
Don't tease me with a good time.
No, I think they're
bites.
going extinct. I really do.
I think there are certain
tease me with a good
species that do not add to like the ecosystem. I think there are some like bugs and stuff.
A fly does not add to the ecosystem to me.
But some animals
No,
have
they
to
do.
eat flies.
They eat, like one eats. Let me see.
It's a circle of life.
Mosquitoes, because I really need to know. Like, now y'all talk amongst yourselves. Fuck
Oh, all
out
right, nah, my fault.
Add to the.
I'm talking about aliens. The placement. Let's go back to placement.
All right, I'm listening.
Because you talked about the fly that traveled from Manhattan to Brooklyn. Now, I want you to really think about how fucked up you would be if you saw an octopus flying.
I would just.
Bro,
Would you? What would you?
bro,
He won't let us let it go.
He won't
like,
let it go.
Wait. No, but okay. Don't joke right now. Would you try to fight it, like really survive?
Fuck no.
Or would you just like faint?
It got it. You ever seen a bug in your room?
No, I know I'm not like a fighter. Like I won't do it.
It
I
got
just
it.
won't.
Some things just got it in life.
Yeah, not for real.
Like you ever seen what's that shit? A praying mantis?
Yes.
Wherever they are, whatever room they're in, they own it.
Yeah, they're very creepy. Wait, I'm
And they
sorry.
mean.
I'm sorry to bring this up, Alex. But a few episodes ago, we talked about our worst fears, and Alex said someone holding him and not letting go.
Yeah.
Someone really, really strong. So imagine an octopus just like latching onto you and just not letting go.
Not in the water though.
Oh my god.
That is Alex's worst fear.
On land.
That's the day I would turn pussy. I ain't gonna lie.
For octopus?
That's the day.
At least we're self-aware.
Any one of them. Let me tell you what mosquitoes do. SaVon, you're gonna be mad. Sorry. While they seem pointless, I'm glad they led with that. Okay, I'm pulling this from Smithsonian Mag.
Oh, okay. Sounds legit.
Yeah, so blame them, not me. While they seem pointless and purely irritating to us humans, mosquitoes do play a substantial role in the ecosystem.
I doubt it.
Mosquitoes form an important source of biomass in the food chain, serving as food for fish and larvae, and for birds, bats, frogs, and other adult flies. Now, them motherfuckers can eat something else.
Yeah, they could literally find something else to
They
eat.
can eat something else. I ain't jacking that shit.
So they're not like truly necessary.
Basically, they're just supposed to be food. And I guess there is a lot of like animals here that.
But that's not even a real meal.
Yeah,
It's not.
Mosquitoes are thin.
Yeah.
Nah,
They
it's,
like-
it's blood in there though.
They're like little
They gonna
Cheez-Its.
get a little kick.
They're like a snack. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to be the snack of the
Yeah.
earth. Like you know, I got a small dog.
exactly.
Yeah.
I be thinking like, yo, if she was in the wild, she's not a meal. She's a snack.
This is such a weird thing to think about.
Like legit,
SaVon.
bro. Like
why
my
do you
baby-
think of
yo,
these
because
things?
my baby got no shot in the world, bro. Like
She do
I'm
like-
her provider. I'm
Yeah,
her
you're her
protector.
world. Like, you're her
friend.
everything.
She do like a McNugget.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, if she came
I
across,
love SaVon's doggy.
and you know, I always watch how like the jaguars be killing alligators. Like
You
I
do
get
watch
real
that shit.
satisfaction
Yes.
out of like cats killing alligators because I think alligators are just like the meanest, most vile creatures in the world.
Do y'all follow Nature is Metal on Instagram?
I do.
Okay.
And I get a lot of satisfaction from
Gotcha.
seeing those
He
jaguars
said I do.
pounce on
too.
alligators.
Yeah.
So what I do is whenever I see my dog, my little Maltese or whatever she is, I don't even know what she is. Like I just adopted that bitch.
on,
I really
bro.
don't. She's cute as
I don't think
fuck,
she's a
though.
Maltese.
That's my baby. That's really my heart. Like
That's bad.
she's the reason I don't need nobody in my life. Like legit. She's the reason I don't need a therapist. But I think about like when I take her out to use the
Talking to
bathroom
the dog.
and I see her like out roaming amongst like the earth.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, she had to fend for herself. she has 0 chance of surviving.
That's like me.
No, you got,
I know, Regi,
I say this
you got a
all the
shot.
time, though.
you know how to
you got
swing
a
a
shot.
golf club.
Ooh,
You can
I
whip
do,
ass.
guys. I
Yeah.
was not bluffing.
Yo, you saw her form?
I was disappointed in myself after viewing it.
Yes, guys.
I had to comment.
Yeah, I just liked it. I
Golf
was
tournament. Need to know golf tournament loading. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going front. You're gonna want to come in first place.
Yes,
If they
I know
bet
I will.
on
I
you
know I
on
will.
Underdog, they gonna win a lot of money.
Oh,
Imagine.
good little
Reg,
tie.
what's the
hilarious.
odds? What's the odds, right?
We haven't done this in a while, so
Yeah.
let's talk to the people.
Oh,
I feel
man.
like we haven't even talked about it. Honestly, the last few weeks have been so much with Ish and the
A lot
Mixer
going on.
and
We had a lot to
Elliot.
talk about, yeah.
We had so much to talk about. Like, we really, truly, thoroughly apologize
Yeah.
for not sticking to our commitment of communicating with you, talking to you.
Sorry, guys.
If you're not familiar, if you're new to the podcast, we do have this segment where we like to speak to you directly. And what we mean by that is, if you go on our Patreon, there is a link that we provide. I think it's still open to the public. So if you just want to chop it up with us, if you want to ask us anything about your career, relationship, you just want to kick it with us, whatever the case may be, there is a link where you can leave a voicemail and we will respond to you live on air. Again, we have slacked as a collective and we have not done our due diligence and followed through with the commitment of responding to you. But today we will change that, okay?
Yeah.
So again, if you are interested, head over to our Patreon. You can find that in the description right next to Underdog Fantasies. Need to know is the code over there. There is no code for the voicemail. But let's get into that because I do want to hear from y'all. It's been a little minute. So we do have a few, and I think it's only right. Regi, she kind of shamed me into making sure we got all 3 done today.
Ooh, Yeah. okay.
So let's get into all 3, and we hope to hear from more of you next week.
That's right.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. I'm So Good, to respond to all my fans. This will be the last message I ever send your ass. 3 messages and y'all ain't respond. I ain't worth it? I know you got my last message. I hit the time limit on it perfect. Oh, let me guess. This is just how y'all treat y'all fans. Even though I kept listening after Regina fine ass when they got a man. And I still kept listening after Alex and SaVon got a BBL and got snatched.
What?
$10.99 on Patreon. Am I paying for that?
What?
Am I paying for a tummy tuck? Man, what the... I know if this message don't hit the next pod, I'm gonna blow something up.
Yo, chill, twin. Yo, but what was the question?
I was waiting for the punchline.
That's
Maybe
it?
He just wanted to be heard.
I was good, twin. My fault. We
Well,
didn't
you
get
got what you wanted, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to you, bro.
What's his name?
He ain't even say it. He just got
Yeah, it was-
straight to BBLs and shit.
So you twin for today. My
It
fault,
was
twin.
anonymous. It was anonymous.
Shout out
but
to you,
yes, you got your
Damn.
moment on the pod.
All right, but
I
what we-
appreciate the passion. I appreciate
I appreciate the creativity.
Yeah, we sorry.
Yeah. I
Damn.
appreciate the creativity. And next time, say your name.
Yeah. it's like an intro.
Next time, maybe ask a question. And we're gonna have me and Alex are gonna like discuss your black card because that was the whitest nigga shit I ever heard in my life.
I will be discussing both of y'all's black cards.
Yo, you can't do that to me. Let's go. Let's move on.
Hey, what's going on, Need to Know fam? Alex, SaVon, Reg. Hope you guys are having a great day. I just want to start off by saying I'm a huge fan. You guys have absolutely been killing it since you've been back. But I'm leaving this message just to get your opinion on the situation that I'm in right now. Me and this female, we've been seeing each other for the last month and a half, right? And she's fresh out of a relationship, you know, an engagement actually. They broke up earlier this year. And I guess he took it kind of hard, right? But here's the thing. Me and her ex, we've been friends on social media for years. You know, we all live in the same city, so it's kind of like an everybody knows everybody type thing, right? You know, I would see him out at events, dap him up, you know, have brief convo, very surface level though, you know? And when me and her started talking, I'm like, damn, do I owe him the common courtesy, you know, just to reach out on some man-to-man, like, hey, bro, I just want to let you know, me and her, we've been seeing each other for a little while. You know, I wanted to tell you before you hear it from somebody else or see it online. I asked my group chat, they're like, bro, you do not owe that man anything that is not your boy and to just let it rock. And they do have a point, but I'm like, man, if the shoe was on the other foot, would I expect somebody to reach out to me and give me that same common courtesy? So I guess I'm kind of just torn on whether or not I should reach out or to just let it go. And you guys usually have a good take on situations like this, so I figured I'd ask. But yeah, man, huge fan. I love what you guys are doing, and hopefully I get to hear your thoughts on this situation.
Wait. Should we try something where we all answer at the same time? yes or no if he should reach out to the ex-boyfriend? Do you want to do that or no?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You give us the countdown.
Yes or no, should he or should he not reach out to the ex-boyfriend? 1, 2, 3.
No. Oh, shit.
No.
Why would you? No, okay. No, let me not.
This ain't high school no more.
Who's going first?
This ain't high school no more. I think we really get caught up in how we used to like have friend groups and how we used to date.
How everybody knows each other.
How everybody knows each other. Like, you know, some of us still have that school mindset. Let me tell you something right now, dog.
I feel like, let's just assume he's from New York and he just, you know, in the city of New York, they have mutuals. That's basically what I'm imagining, right?
Yeah, have her find out the same day she find out.
Period.
Yeah, like, fuck out of here.
No, have the ex-boyfriend find out, you mean?
Oh, have
him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
What I would do,
him.
though, if it's really on your chest, go tell somebody he cool with. Yo, I'm fucking on her right now.
Damn. Like plant the little seed.
Yeah,
you know
plant the seed if it's really on your chest. If you don't want to say it,
I appreciate this voicemail because I know it's coming from a good place. He just wants to be considerate. He wants to be like, hey, like out of courtesy, should I let him know? But even me, like I'm very like I care. You know, I care if people are comfortable. I want to be very considerate. Even me, I'm like, no, you don't owe that man anything. Not Regi's a hit up. If he sees you, if the ex sees you guys out together at like a carnival or something, like oh well, he's gonna see you guys. Like I really think like no, you don't owe that man anything. Like. To be honest,
I just want to highlight how good of a person that man is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I'm like, wow.
I just want to know that people like that in this world exist. And listen to us and grab. Like, salute to you, bro. Like that's extremely honorable. But like my people said, hell no, you don't owe him nothing. Have you ever seen that meme of? And I don't even know if it's a meme, but it's Big Sean when he was dating Ariana Grande. And she was greeting Janae Aiko. You think they really had a conversation? He got a whole baby with Janae. He created a whole life with Janae. Like, you got to find out the way everybody else find out. True love, and I don't know if it's true love, but you don't owe that man nothing. But I do appreciate the fact that there are honorable men out there because there are men like me who are not that honorable. And I would not consider reaching out to somebody that I'm acquainted with. He sounds like an acquaintance. It doesn't sound like a friend. Now, if it was a friend,
he clearly said
that. But as an acquaintance, like, all right, I'm gonna just give y'all one rule of thumb that I have lived by since like maybe middle school, high school, right? I always judge how I would treat a man when it came to women based on what I believe he would do to me.
Okay, him specifically.
Men in general, all men.
Oh, okay.
Right? Okay. So if there's a friend group or if there's a group of guys or you just have an acquaintance, right? And you could tell by just being around people, hearing stories, your relationship, whatever, if he would attempt to fuck my girl, knowing that's my girl, I would do the same to him.
You do the same?
But if I believe he's to be an honorable person and that's not his character, she's off limits.
Oh, like you just keep the same energy.
So I've always like, and that's really been how I manage
you
and
have
dictate
that
men.
Before,
Like
we talked about
if he would do it to me, if I believe he would do it to me, or if I know he's done it to other people, then I'm gonna give him that same energy. So there's been, never mind. Go.
You sure? You about to let it go?
He was about to like reveal.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll say this, and this is where I really stand on this. No one owns anybody. And I don't care if I got to be the person to get you to...
He's big on that.
I'm so big on that shit, bro, because people will really disregard happiness because of what they think other people around them is saying about them or talking about their character and this and that. I think it's so weird to come up to another person that has nothing to do about the romanticism that y'all got going on and just be like, yo, I ain't going front. Like, I know you used to hit it like twice a week, but like, you know, I'm chatting to it now. No. We are all adults. No one owns anyone, and we all make our own decisions. Now, what SaVon is saying though is, I felt like he was saying, sometimes you can get caught on the moral ground, right? But this ain't your friend.
Yeah.
That's why I made sure I was like, wait, he said this was not a friend.
Yeah.
The most they would do is dab each other up at events. And how I know that like our decision is probably like the better advice is even his group chat, this caller, his group chat told him like, no, like you don't owe this person anything. And like he, you know, he's doing what he wants to do. He is talking to his girl. They are dating. They're happy. So just continue to do what you're doing.
Because he dapped him. You know how many niggas I dapped up that?
Guys, this would be like
the nigga. What?
This would be like if me and my current man ever break up, which we will not break up. I fully believe we will not break up. But let's say me and John break up, and then the next bitch comes to me and like, hey, by the way, I'm dating John. Like, no.
You would feel creeped out a little bit, right?
I would be like, why
are
is this
you
necessary?
even telling me?
Would you throw hands?
It depends on the way she does it.
I never seen Regi get violent.
She fighting over him. She fighting over her man.
No, because I don't know if I want to, because I don't want to give anybody the satisfaction of making me mad like that.
Oh, okay.
But if she was really disrespectful with it, like, I'm dating John, then I feel like that is something that would make me fight.
You're going to show him what you've been doing in the gym. Yeah.
All right, let's get to this last one.
I like that one, though.
I like that
one, too. But shout out to you, though. You seem like a nice guy.
For real, salute.
Yo, what's good, gang? Shout out to Neither No. Big shout out to Reg, Alex, SaVon. SaVon, God bless you, bro. You gave me a bottle of water at the mixer. You saved my life. I swear you gave me Michael's secret stuff, because after that water bottle, I executed like Mike in the Fourth and got the job done, if y'all know what I'm talking about.
My God.
So God bless you.
People
I got a quick question. It was funny. I was smoking the other day with homies and whatnot, smacked, and one of my men brought up the question. It was like, it's kind of crazy where we are at now. We all own businesses. We all do our thing. We got kids on the way. And he brought up the old school question. But now that we're adults, what was it you wanted to be while growing up? What did you think you were going to be? And I kind of wanted to see where y'all heads were at on that. Because seeing where y'all at now, between the HBOs, bro, SaVon mentoring through Joe and end up here, all y'all endeavors is kind of crazy to see how y'all ended up here, which is a blessing. So I just kind of to see where y'all heads were at with that. Really ain't nothing serious. Just kind of wanted to check in, say what's up. God bless y'all. Yo, if I see y'all out in the towns, always a vibe. God bless y'all, man. Take it easy.
Oh, salute, man.
I feel like
real one right
this
there.
person...
Salute.
I feel like we'll be friends with him in real life.
Yeah,
I just get the vibe that he's like us.
I might roll some with him. Yeah.
Shit, I'm glad I could contribute to his night. I had no idea. Shout out to you, and shout out to you for coming to the mixer too, because that was a dope vibe. But I guess I'll take a swing at this first. Yeah. As far as I can remember, coming out of high school, I was convinced that I was going to be a teacher in some capacity.
Really?
I thought I was going to be some form of a teacher or a professor.
That is so cute.
Higher education was something that I wanted. I was really good at English, right? I was really good at writing, right? And then it kind of just snowballed into how I kind of got to where I am today. But just to answer your question, it was being a teacher. Like, I wanted to give back. I'm the oldest sibling of 7, so I always felt like I could mentor and teach people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just always had a certain energy about me where I felt like your biggest asset to the world is what you can give back to it. Yeah. And I know I had so many different teachers and mentors and people who I looked up to, and it was like, yo, I could never repay you for what you did. And the only way I could, theoretically, is if I paid that forward. Real. And so, for me, before I got into the space, before I found podcasting and journalism and all that stuff, I really wanted to teach. I wanted to be a teacher, a professor.
Oh, that's hard.
And pursue higher education.
Oh, that's super hard.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Beautiful.
He's a communicator. Yeah, you are a teacher.
I'll be trying.
Wait, but although I 100% believe you, you also had another dream. You told us the story one time.
Oh yeah, that was on a Patreon story.
Can I say it? No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the story.
You go for it.
He also was very passionate about becoming an actor one day.
Oh yeah.
He did like theater and all that, and was very talented.
I was trying to be a thespian.
But I do believe you want to be a teacher. Like, I fully believe your reason.
That was first. That was first.
Reggie, I'm curious. What's up with you?
So when I was like really younger and I used to like write in my diaries and shit like that, it would always be fashion designer or veterinarian. But you know, let's not worry about that, because that don't fucking count. And then I always remember, like, I've always wanted to be a writer. I'm not even just saying that. More of like an author, like creative writing type of stuff. And when my parents went to parent teacher conferences, they would always be like, you know what, Regina's like a really good writer. I would always do really well on my essays and stuff like that. And then in high school, I wrote like for like a little random blog, like music blog. And then in college, and around that time I knew I was like, I really, really, really want to do this stuff. That was when I was like watching Angie Martinez interviews, reading magazines. And naturally, I just kind of like never looked back, as corny as that sounds. Like, I was like, I feel like I can do this. And then in college, we started like a whole hip hop magazine. I interned, everything snowballed. And I just like kind of just was like, I've always wanted to be a writer, like, not even bullshitting you guys, like, and it just kind of worked out. I'm literally like professionally an editor, which is kind of crazy. And then, but I also have my creative outlets thanks to these guys because of Need to Know and stuff like that. I feel like I'm in a really good place. But yeah, I definitely had those like random dreams as a kid, and then everything just kind of worked out naturally, and like everything feels right. Like at my job, I'm like, oh my god, like this feels good. Like I don't feel stressed. Like
it feels right.
I've had jobs like that where I was like, yo, this is not me. Like I worked at a radio station. It was not for me. Like and yeah.
Wow.
No, that's my journey, guys. I
Yo,
feel
her
great.
shit been written.
Facts. It was
written.
Come on,
Written.
don't let that go over your head
written.
now.
It was written.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, that's why I'm just very. I
Yeah.
believe in like peace and divine timing because like
Yeah.
you just feel it. You
Yeah,
just
you
feel
do.
when you're supposed. Even if you're like a struggling artist, if it feels right, just keep doing it. I swear, like you just know.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not going front. That's a good one. I like
Yo, you
that.
can't say NBA player.
Nah, I'm going to say 3 of them. I got 3.
Okay, Alex, give us
that.
your story.
None of them is NBA player. That's
Okay.
I'm going to say out that story. That's one of my 4th careers. I mean, I want to be a firefighter first.
Oh, I love
Really?
that.
Now, I don't say, I used to watch some little raunchy movies and seeing them niggas on the calendars and how they used to get
my
girls.
God.
And now when I was a
thought
kid.
you want to save lives.
Yeah, that too. Now, that too.
I never met a Nigerian firefighter.
Exactly.
I have
my
not.
God.
I haven't. I have not.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. I even took some like courses, like real shit. Like I was in middle school probably, and like I would go to like abandoned buildings, really trying to gave me some gear with the department.
Yeah.
Then they said they do this shit for what's the word? Charity, not charity.
Volunteer.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they do and where we from in Long Island.
Yeah.
If you're not FDNY, which is in the city, the boroughs.
Yeah.
They do it for volunteer. They really love that shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, let me pivot, but I love y'all. Learned a lot from that shit as a man. Learned a lot.
He's really telling the story
Yeah.
like an OG.
Yeah, just
Like,
exactly how it went down. Then boom, I got off that shit. All right, let me take y'all back real quick. Boom.
Okay. How old is this? Like what age?
The next
high
one?
school?
The last
Like
one.
where are we now? Where are we
Right,
now?
all right, before we was in middle school. First
Okay.
year of middle school. Now we going back to elementary school. My mother never liked how I used to beat her in arguments.
Oh.
I used to beat her bad.
I know
love
where this
her.
is going.
I love her, boy. Ooh, I used to get her. You know, you start winning the argument when they just start looking for belts.
Like, all right, this conversation's over.
when they ain't got no more words, like, God, this motherfucker is too smart.
Wrap it up.
So what she did, she threw me. This is in elementary school. I'm probably in like 3rd, 4th grade. She threw me in. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this before. It's called a mock trial.
It's like a debate team. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I ain't know it was a debate team though. Once I found that shit out, I left, but not before I won though. So what happened was they put me on the case, right? It was like Narnia versus
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter type shit.
Ooh,
Exactly.
okay, good
Yes.
answer.
Damn, how you know you was there? Damn me.
I was with you.
Damn me.
It was written.
I was defending Voldemort and won.
You had to defend Voldemort.
Had to defend Voldemort. They gave me a trophy for it and all. So I thought I was gonna be like a lawyer. Then they started talking to me how much school that was. I said, nah. Let's fast forward to high school now. I'm going to homeroom.
Oh, I remember homeroom.
You remember homeroom? Homeroom was that period in the day
Yeah.
where you were supposed to catch up on homework. You might have bullshit. You might have flirted with a little girl or two.
Or 3.
Or 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? No. But you were supposed to use it as a catch up or like a little break in between the day. Yeah. I use that as my podcast space. I used to just put on topics. Niggas used to be in different classroom like, yo, hey, what you talking about today? I'm like, yo, slide, fuck that teacher. We ain't here talking about
So you've always just been like a good talker, debater.
What? So then that was when I was just like really in tune with the radio. So I'm like, damn, I could really see myself getting some radio shit off. So I think that's really what pivoted me to even do the major me and SaVon majored in college. So yeah, it kind of varied. I wanted to be a firefighter, a lawyer, and just somebody that was in radio. And I'm fulfilling that last one right now. So
that's crazy how we all got here.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
now
wild.
We're podcasters.
Wow. The fuck? Yeah. Fuck, mom. I hope she's proud of me. The fuck?
Hey, mom.
I know.
Nah, man, that was dope.
They asked some good questions, man. Salute to y'all. I know we've been slacking on the calls, but we're gonna get right back to it.
For sure. And please make sure y'all continue to do that. I think it'll be a dope concept or idea if we just leave that open for a little bit too. Like we don't have to close it immediately. Again, we've done a terrible job of promoting it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but
guys.
it's only because we've been trying to give you more content and we've been doing things a little bit different, especially implementing guests. Yeah. So that is a thing. I know we got a ton of new listeners. So if y'all do want to connect with us, chop it up with us, this is something that we try to do each and every week since we returned back in like June-ish. And at some point we are going to close it off, unfortunately. And you'll just have to go over to Patreon to make sure you activate or access that feature.
That like
That's
exclusive
absolutely-
number.
Yeah.
But I will say like now this like provided something new because usually people just automatically hear voice notes and they're like, oh, I'm gonna ask for advice. But this guy switched up and asked us a little
good.
fun little question.
That was
it
fire.
was cute.
That
I
was
liked
fire.
it.
I like that. And speaking of segments that we've added to the show this year, Last week I didn't get into my what you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. I apologize. SaVon had some comments for hip hop, and I just felt like it was okay to leave on that note. Today I'm hitting you with a what you need to know. Y'all know I like to give y'all a fun fact at the end of each of every episode, and we had a music conversation today, so I kind of wanted to keep it there. And most people know what they get paid hourly, yearly, etc. I wanted to take it to musicians. Long story short, I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Musicians earn an average of $30.39 an hour. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics states that the average pay of musicians and singers was $30.49. This is pulling this from 2022, actually. A 2018 survey of more than 1,200 musicians in the United States found that 61% of musicians say their music income isn't enough to cover their bills. So off that median average, they got $30 an hour. Now, depending on where you at in the States, where you at in the world, that can maybe be a lot of money if you're working full time, or maybe that could be tiny money depending on what kind of bills you got. I thought that was super interesting because of we got into what Russ was saying about Burna Boy and the music sales, and a lot of times fans don't really know what it takes or how much people are earning. Right? They just assume they're all rich because they see them on their phone. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. I know the writer's strike is still going. So
I don't like what is that based on, because like there's musicians, I don't know if it's included in the study or if they omitted the outliers or like do they include the billionaires and also the struggling artists, or are they kind of like interviewing like just the average artists?
I guess probably
so
the
that number
average.
is interesting. Like I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, it says it's an average. All right, but like I said, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Okay,
so get it with them. Yeah.
I think
ask them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the one way you can kind of get that median is if you take like, so let's use a Diddy or a Jay-Z, right? Those are billionaires, but they're billionaires because of their business. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily their music. Their music kind of launched them into that.
Got you.
But if we're just talking streams, who knows, right? The highest streaming artists, let's go back to it: Drake, Bad Bunny, Burna Boy, Taylor Swift, Beyonce. Let's just assume they're the highest streaming artists, right? So money just off of streams. Let's imagine how much they make on a larger scale, and then think about the pool of artists who are trying to get their music out there. So from the beginning artists to the Drakes, right? If you take all of the people at the bottom compared to the 1% at the top, you probably can find a median if you're basing it just off of streams and numbers, because there's so many people who just upload their music, right? Like there's so many people who just upload it who may not make anything, or there may be somebody who makes $15. So I think that's maybe how you get the median. I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
It's a good point though. Something to think about.
You know,
because you would have to take like we still remember math, right? The people that make the most, and then I can see what you're saying.
And if you really think about it, because most artists that I know in real life, like not the artists who are out here on the radio, but like artists who are trying to upcoming artists, new artists, struggling artists. They put their music out there. Nobody's listening. Nobody's streaming it. Right. There's way more people doing that than there are the Drakes of the world and the Taylor Swifts of the world, or whoever you want to call.
Absolutely.
So maybe that's how you found a medium.
I love that.
I don't know. That was dope. That was great.
Yeah,
this has been fun.
Yeah, it's been dope.
I am so sorry to our production team. Y'all got a ton of edits.
I'm so sorry.
Y'all got mad. Y'all probably got mad work. But yeah, with that being said, we appreciate y'all. If you made it this far in the podcast, I always like to end the podcast this way, because there's no reason that you should not be subscribed. There's no reason that you haven't signed up to Underdog Fantasy Sports and use our promo code to double up your money. There's no reason you aren't on Patreon, or leaving a comment, even if it's hateful. I don't care. I promise you. It's fun. This is great for me. But with that being said, it's the Need to Know podcast. It is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. We will be back again next week. Maybe have a surprise, maybe not. Tune in to find out.
Never know.
Peace out, y'all.
Gang.